Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Taku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Gravity Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy.
I'll put this on, I guess.
We're live and everyone's showing off their stuff. Hi. I don't know what the fuck just happened in the past 5 seconds, but
we all emotionally went back to first grade, and it's show and tell time.
Yeah.
It is.
Hi everybody, welcome to Gran, Terra, Shadowfront, which has currently been replaced by showing off our shit.
I like how you started that sentence like you were going to finish it.
No, why would I do that? Why would I finish that sentence?
Nikki's back.
Hi everybody, I'm John. I'm the game master for this evening. I'm joined today by whatever the fuck Jack's doing.
Thumbs up to whoever the background person who brought an Eevee was.
That was my girlfriend, Becca. But I'm Jack, and I'm playing Gent Minar, the half-elf spell slinger.
And rather than going around the overlay like I normally do, I'm just going to go wherever the fuck I want, because today is random, Jeremy.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm playing Ariel, a smart gunslinger.
And there's a Pikachu on my screen.
I'm assuming that's me.
Yeah.
I saw a Pikachu earlier, so.
You are the only person
That's
wearing wearing what is clearly a skinned Pikachu on your head.
Clearly. It got in my backyard, and that was one too many times. Anyways, I'm Cody. I'm playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin Wizard.
And William.
Hi, I'm the one person here, aside from the GM, who didn't just grab something to put in front of their face.
Which is funny, considering you're the one who normally shows up with your Reaper mask on,
or the
Frost
mask.
It's not that we don't have shit we could pull on screen. It's just that we weren't caught up in the momentum.
Yeah.
This sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
I'm William, and I am playing Valdez Stonebeard, the Dwarven Samurai. And actually, now that you mention it, because I'm playing the Dwarven Samurai.
Yay! Beautiful. Beautiful.
And Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm back, and I'm playing Scuzz, and I changed my setup, which is what started this whole thing.
Thank you.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. This is an octopus that my friend Christina made, and I'm playing Princess Titania Valkorian, a Ladrin Spore Druid.
And
is it named Constance?
No.
It should be. Fix it.
Its name is Maud. It did live on my computer the entire time.
You can't just rename things because you want them, Jack. And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I have the most inefficient Eevee backpack ever, and I will be playing Carolina, who is a barbarian.
I feel like the only way to get more inefficient as an Eevee backpack would be the Eevee in Let's Go Eevee, who sits in the backpack slot but is not a backpack.
Okay, but
Eevee cannot...
that Eevee could hold something in a paw or the mouth, and it would probably be something larger than that backpack could contain. Also, it's a living Eevee. Don't complain so much about your actual living Eevee.
I can complain about my actual living Eevee all I want.
Stop the game. We need to talk about how good Eevee is.
Right?
I was very upset that I couldn't make an all Eevee team because I didn't have all the evolutions in Let's Go Eevee. Anyways, Gran Terra Shadowfront is where we're at now.
Hi, we're playing D&D in case you haven't figured that out.
Are we? Are we really? Are you sure?
I don't know. Are we? Are we going to go off into a random thing? That's you. You're the
I mean,
storyteller.
I'm gonna homebrew some Pokemon right now. No.
There are a few different Pokemon tabletop games I want to run a one-shot at some point.
When last we left off, the Steelhearts had accepted a job provided to them by Koenig, by Geist Koenig, to go into the sewers and clear out some bandits that were harassing the Foundry District that the guards had sort of chased into the sewers but couldn't follow beyond because this particular section of the sewers was also populated by a pack of were-rodents, many of whom were were-rats. Were-rat. I got it out of my system. There we go. I jumped ahead. I had to do it before Jack did it.
Jack already did it, but left himself on mute.
But as we ended last week with Ariel shooting a trap which blew a door off its hinges and out into the hallway of the sewer that they're standing in, we're going to rewind a little bit to a pile of goblin dogs. Scuzz, you've been laying in a pile of goblin dogs all night and
Most
haven't
of the
been
morning.
tired.
Uh-oh.
Like you've
I
got
would like to say that even though he has not felt the need for sleep, he has definitely tried to find like some sort of meditation within the goblin dogs to kind of like deal with.
You have had your long rest, but
yeah.
You do not require sleep, is what Scuzz has learned.
Yes.
From the house that you are out back of. I don't know why I had such trouble constructing that sentence. You hear the shrill yet loving voice of Ma Buckets calling you inside.
He scoots his way out of the goblin dog pile, covered in dirt and scabs and hair and some drool that's probably from him as well, and goes inside.
There is a breakfast. There is a multitude of foods, not all of which are typically considered breakfast foods, but all of which are compiled onto a plate for breakfast food, at a table for you waiting.
If it's served at breakfast time, it's breakfast food.
Exactly. In Ma Bucket's house, skewered and roasted rat is a breakfast food.
He'll sit down and he'll start shoveling it in, like almost just like automatically, like, yes, food is in front of me, mouth open, food in.
Nope. It very quickly you demolish your food. You see as you're in the middle of eating, Ma Buckets comes by, pats you on the head, and heads out as she is heading off to her day job. Which
love you, Ma.
Love you too, Skaz. She heads out. And yeah, you finish eating. About that time, you realize you do remember something about there being work today.
Oh shit! I overslept. It's that moment.
Toast in mouth.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like any good proper protagonist, he shoves some food in his mouth that's still kind of hanging out and runs out the door.
And you're struck by an idea. You've never tried to mail yourself before.
Okay.
But there's enough room in the mailbox for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I gotta go fast.
I think the question is, where does Scuzz put the stamp?
Right on the forehead.
Just right on the forehead.
Yeah.
It's the largest part of his body.
So you scramble into the mailbox, stamp on head, and sit there and wait. And you realize that, right? You need an address. You need to dictate who you're sending this to. So you write. So whose name do you write on your forehead?
My best friend Ariel.
All right.
You're about to get beamed by a goblin, Ariel.
So, back in the sewers as we speed forward.
I cannot wait. Just down the tunnel, just
You hear the group of you hear two things. One, you hear the chittering of a mass quantity of rodents. And two, well, technically three things. Two, you hear in the distance, echoing through the sewer, and three, what does Scuzz sound like when there is a rocket attached to his back, flying through the air? So there's skittering really loud, really nearby, the increasing sound of both a rocket and a Scuzz approaching.
I turn and look.
You turn and look.
First mistake.
Just that slow, like, I've got the gun on just this slow.
Oh no.
There is a goblin coming at high speeds directly for your face.
Oh, fuck me.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
First roll of the day.
All right.
To avoid a
It's gonna go
goblin.
well.
Be a natural.
whole time Scuzz is just yelling, "I'm here!"
17.
So
I
you get out of the way, and as you step around, the rocket curves to try to track you, but it turns too late, and Scuzz just
Right.
hits the wall next to you, and there's an explosion. Nobody takes any damage. This is all visual.
So for fun.
There is now a slightly burnt black Scuzz sitting next to you.
Hi.
I made it. Sorry I'm late.
It's fine. Are you ready to fight were-rats?
Oh sure, yeah, totally.
Good.
Everyone roll initiative.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, let me get you.
need to-
Let me get you onto a thing where you can roll
Okay.
initiative. As I realize I didn't set up a battle screen. Battle screen.
Is the stamp still on Scuzz's head?
Yes, as
Awesome.
is Ariel's name.
Perfect. And it definitely says best friend Ariel.
Hell yeah.
with whatever I guess the Gran Terram's like received like stamp on top of that one is.
Oh yeah. It's just like there's just like another stamp on top of it,
The confirmation
and with like
Oh,
it just says, "Is it certified?"
yeah.
That's a guy's
Is
training.
it certified? Fuck.
You got
Oh.
it postmarked.
Do I know if we're going to get fined for misuse of the mail service?
Probably not.
Cool.
Probably not.
Hey!
Ooh,
A
look
Oh,
at
it's a
parcel was
10, yeah.
mailed and delivered. The service was used as intended.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Signed, sealed, and delivered on time.
Okay, so Valdeth and I have the exact same score.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that was for Mal, not for me.
what's the point of having the tiebreaker if it doesn't break the ties?
I don't
Unfortunately, we
know.
both have
Why
the
is
same
William's
score.
dex also 12?
Yeah.
Why are you also amazing? Tell us that. Tell us
Well,
what
my
those
dex is-
reasons are.
Yeah.
You might, being
William's
the
friend.
librarian barbarian, you might have a higher intelligence than me. What's your intelligence?
I think we established that those are also the same. My intelligence is 15.
Mine's only 12. My
Ah.
constitution is 15.
Right. Yes. That's the other thing.
So you go.
I
before
don't
me.
care. I can go first, but it probably doesn't matter.
And now I'm just imagining the Marion Librarian song from the Music Man.
The
Oh,
barbarian librarian.
Reskin to Barbarian Librarian, which would also be great.
this
Scuzz is of
normal.
course going to be cast as Buddy Hackett from the movie.
I've only seen this movie once, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of The Music Man, but that's only because I've
Did
watched-
you
I'm with you.
did
I
you
watched
watch
it-
did Did you watch the Robert Preston version or the
1960.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
right one.
Just wasn't a fan. Like
I was
again,
just,
I kind of I put myself as like, okay, just allow it. It was a product of its time, and also a product.
Oh
of
yeah, no, there's some severely fucked up shit in there. Absolutely.
I like
But
that.
so I just like putting that aside, just like just not because
It is
West Side
definitely-
Story is also a product of its time. But I love West
But
Side
it's
Story.
fucking fantastic. Yeah.
I don't like the Music Man. I do of the two. I do prefer the Matthew Broderick version.
Yeah.
Legit.
But the reason I bring this up is because I've only seen him once, and I do not know the character you're speaking of.
That's a
He was
weird
he was the sidekick.
Oh, okay, fair. I'm into it.
Okay.
Scuzz is the sidekick character. He is the hype man for maximum hype, man.
I would say you could say Buddy Hackett was the hype man for Harold Hill.
You need a hype
that makes
man.
sense. Yeah, you do. Especially if you get a con a town in Iowa.
Sorry, this is taking
I
so
was
long. I realize these character
trying
sheets
to
don't
tell.
have an initiative thing on them.
Mm.
I had an initiative. I had a roll NPC initiative code at one point, but I do not have it in this game, and I do not feel like looking it up at the moment.
This is buying me a lot of time to fight with Chrome to find where the turn the extensions on button is.
That's a good
so
thing
I'm
to
fine
know.
with it.
Oh, thank God.
Look, in Mac OS, you just go to the top bar, you go File Settings. But no, apparently the File and Edit buttons are too retro for Windows.
Ew.
That,
No one knows what I'm talking about, and that is fine.
and that.
Sorry.
Okay. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. What do we get? We got 12.
My familiar rolled a higher initiative than me.
We got our
It's because it's a hawk and it's fast.
9.8.
Speedy.
Speedy Hawk.
Speedy hawk.
And we got
Not as fast as the rocket, though.
No.
I wish it could have been bowling for Scuzz. Just into the were-rats. That would be great. I am a god. We have a Scuzz.
That's how you figure out who's at that moment thinking of you. You just mail yourself and say to whom it may concern. You write it.
Love it. And then I have my mom.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. That doesn't send you to who you're thinking of. It sends you to who would least want you.
Then Ariel again.
Who would be concerned
to
right now
whom-
if you showed
To
up?
whom it may concern.
Yeah.
So that's not true. Ariel is not like disdained by Scuzz. There's probably someone in the easy.
The
Cause
person
that
that
I
would
would
feel
be
like
most
some of
concerned to see you show
Scuzz's
up.
tragic backstory might come up very quickly if Scuzz went for the person that would least like to see them at this moment.
I think
Okay.
that person's already dead now.
All right. So,
Fair.
Titania,
Yes.
it is your turn. You hear a Scuzz has arrived unseen via rocket, and you hear lots of chittering and scrabbling.
Hi, Scuzz. Welcome back. And I'm gonna duck around the corner and do I see were-rat things? Something?
So you guys are currently out in the sewer. Out in the
Mhm.
sewer hall proper. There's a door that enters into the rat nest, and then another
Yeah.
door that got blown off. In the rat nest area, you don't see anything at the moment. You're just hearing it.
Oh. Well, that sounds ominous. Well then, I guess I'll just cast Barkskin. Because I can't see anything, and these, they have to be in the area. And I do that for it to kind of have an effect. So I'll just do that. So I have an AC of 16.
Nice.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that'll do it.
All right. Ariel.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely can't see anything yet.
No.
Right.
You're hearing
okay.
everything, you're not seeing anything. And with the hearing, it's beginning to echo out from the room.
All right. So I am going to
This is not representative. I'm just having these things here as a way to keep track of things at the moment.
I am going to okay. This is no, that's not gonna work because I would take an action to do that, and then I would take an action to do that. Never mind. Actually, it's not quite an attack action, so I'll check. Would I be able to cast because using the light spell takes an action?
Mm-hmm.
Do that, and then throw it or fire it down towards the hallway.
So you're like trying you would be trying to cast light on something and toss it?
Yes, or my ultimate goal would be cast light on one of my bullets and fire the bullet down the hallway so that it'll sort of embed and it won't be something that just gets knocked aside or something like that.
Yeah.
Like embedded in a piece of wall. Something.
I'll say you could cast light on something
Okay.
and toss it with just one action, but to actually fire it would be two.
That's fair. That makes complete sense. Yeah. I will then because it's weirdly appropriate, I will cast light on the end of a torch. Because it will legitimately cast more light than actually lighting the torch.
Yeah.
And I chuck it down the hallway. So
also
we can
more
see,
evenly.
Yep. So we can see the mass of things that are probably coming to kill us.
Into the rat nest or down the sewer?
Into
the rat nest.
Where our threat is coming
cool.
from.
I just wanted to clarify because
yeah.
hallway could be a couple different directions.
Right. No, that's fair.
Yeah, so you fling the torch into the rat's nest, and keeping an eye on it, it illuminates the rest. It illuminates the room, which had no illumination prior. And you sort of see these. You can more clearly, even though most of you already had dark vision, could see it. You can more clearly see these mounds of trash and refuse that have been formed into these various rat nests, and will be able to very clearly see the threat when it emerges. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's gonna be it.
Ithram.
I was near the back with them, so I'll help Scuzz up and I'll say, welcome back, Scuzz. I'll pull out a pepper out of one of the pouches on my side, take a bite of it, and say, if you don't have any silver, this may help. And I'll tap you on the back and cast Dragon's Breath on you.
Cool. Just flames coming
out. You're supposed to feed
acid.
Pepper to your
acid.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You get acid breath.
I mean,
so just like a goblin, just with like acid coming out of the mouth, is like.
It doesn't say how you're supposed to use the pepper, just that you use a pepper in it. So
no, that's a joke. I always assume that the wizard feeds the pepper to the target. Like, here, trust me.
Oh, I was so ready for that too. Just like
just eat this, punk.
If there's anyone in this group that would not say no to you shoving something in their mouth, it's the goblin.
So it's like the Smash Bros. Chili thing.
It's
or curry.
It's a curry. It's a variety of different peppers depending on what kind of breath it is. So like you got your jalapeno for fire breath, but then you've got like ghost pepper for acid.
So it's there in
Tonight
chat
on Hot
now.
Ones, it's Scuzz Buckets.
That was my bonus action. Let's see. And as my main action, I have to spell off. I'm going to, hold firebolt for the first thing that pops into sight.
Is the DC save for the breath weapon your DC or my DC?
It's my spell save DC.
What is that?
14, I believe.
So that action's about to go off because from inside the rat nest, you can see bursting out of one of these bits of refuse that are on the ground. There is this large, lanky, rat-like humanoid that stands at about 6'3", but is far too thin for something that's that tall. With almost like it's emaciated, like it just doesn't get enough to eat. You can see the muscles sort of peeking through the skin, clinging to the various bones that make up its structure, as this large were-rat steps out into view. And Ithram, your attack goes off.
Firebolt. 13.
That hits.
For 4 points of fire damage.
And yep, that works. So yeah, you fling this firebolt out into the door, and it hits this guy, who just sort of squeals a little bit as a bit of fire comes off, and that squeal is weirdly echoed behind you as you turn and look, and there is another of these very same tall, lanky creatures that just has pulled itself out of one of those small holes. That hole is far too small for a creature this size to come out of normally, as it just peels itself out behind you.
I forgot that rats, as long as their skulls fit, the rest of them will fit.
So who's at the front and who's at the back?
Titania had stepped forward to look into the room, so probably me.
Well, Valdeth and Carolina were also at the front.
Yeah, I think Valdeth and Carolina were guarding Ariel while she disarmed the trap in the only way we could think of, which is detonating it.
Yeah, Ithram was towards the back.
That was good. Yeah. Gent was specifically in the middle, so I don't know.
We've got Valdeth, Carolina, Ariel, and Titania all clustered around the front door.
Yep.
And then everyone else in the back.
Sure.
All right. So this feral-looking entity lunges forward through the doorway into the rat's nest, and is going to take a bite at Carolina, who has the most exposed flesh.
Oh, yeah, but my abs repel melee attacks.
But my muscles are rippling.
Can your abs repel a melee attack of 23?
No.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As you take 5 piercing damage from a bite to your abs.
Ooh, tummy bites. Those suck.
This is not a dex area of effect.
Boom.
Nice.
That's real good.
This is why you don't try and poison the barbarian.
I'm waiting for the okay, so you don't make the save.
No, you succeed. You succeed the save.
Nani?
You succeed the save.
I'm sorry, it was a DC.
Nani the fuck?
I'm curious to see if anybody here ends up getting cursed with lycanthropy later.
Oh no.
This is a point of
the
view.
player isn't a little disappointed that didn't immediately happen.
Maybe a were-rat.
Does
not fun.
Does an 11 hit you, Carolina?
No, AC is 15.
So the claw that follows after fails to connect, but the initial bite does sink in.
Did that first one do any damage, or did
Yeah,
it just?
5 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
As these rancid and sharp teeth bite into you. At the back, Scuzz.
Yeah, yeah, that checks out.
Big head, big target.
Yeah. The loudest.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw and take 4 piercing damage.
Alright. And 20.
All right, you succeed.
Yay.
And a second attack. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
So these two were-rats are really good at biting, but really bad at clawing.
It's the weak little arms.
Yeah.
They're T-Rex rat.
Scuzz,
They're not fully shifted from rat into human or humanoid,
So they
so
just
they
got
just
these
still have
little
the tiny rat arms.
It is your turn, Scuzz.
So yeah, the rat in front of me still is it still in front of that nest that it came out
So
of?
there are two. There's one.
Yeah.
There's one that came out of the nest, and one that came out of a hole in the wall behind you.
Okay.
And the one that came
so
out of the
that
hole in
one's-
the wall behind you is the one that bit you.
Okay. I mean, I've got this cool thing. It lets me shoot acid. I'm gonna use it. So, yeah, he does that. He just like gets bit. And he's just like, blah! as acid comes out.
All right.
And he has to make a dex save of 14.
And you roll 3d6 acid damage.
I do.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, it is a dex save. That's right.
They succeed. So they take half damage.
What? That's actually pretty good. So 5.
Five acid damage.
And then Scuzz is going to hide. I would like to hide, please, as a cunning action.
Where would you hide?
Hold on, let me make a quick. He hides in one of the nests.
So you would have to move away from it
Because you're out in the
to get to one of those nests. The just to clarify the positioning of everything, your group is out in a sewer tunnel.
Yeah.
Which is basically a walkway and sewage water and nothing else.
Yeah.
There is a door that leads into a room where there has been made some rat nests.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so we're not in the actual rat.
Yeah, you're not actually in the rat
Yeah.
nest. You're out in the
Okay.
sewer corridor where there's not really anything to
Okay.
hide behind right now.
How big is the hole that he came out of?
Very small. Too small for you to get into.
Damn it. So okay then. I guess Scuzz would duck behind the door we just came out of, or is that further down the hallway?
There's no door anymore.
It
You
got
destroyed
ripped
it.
off its hinges.
Yeah, it got blown up.
Look, I listened to the last bit very quickly.
It's okay.
I mean, okay, so GM, is there a place for me to easily hide?
Yeah, you could hide in the rat's nest, but you would have to move away from the rat that you're currently engaged with to do so.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, no, totally.
So it will get an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But it misses you with a 9. So
Yeah.
you dart into the rat's nest and try to find a corner that you can delve into. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
18.
All right.
Dope.
So
I watched Scuzz run past us. Did he just go to hide in?
like a dum-dum, yes. So as Scuzz runs past the rat man that he ran past that guy, you guys see black energy like come off of him and shoot out at the rat guy.
You actually get one more attack of opportunity because you have to run past the other were-rat too.
That's fine. I mean, it's still gonna do. This thing is still gonna happen.
It also misses you with a 10, so it doesn't matter.
Is it 15 hit?
Boy.
15 does hit. Which one were you aiming at?
The one that bit me.
Okay.
So he takes 10 necrotic damage.
And necrotic damage. That hurt.
Damn.
All right. Gent,
I'm in a rat nest.
you're in a rat nest. I'm
Yep.
sure that won't be bad next. I'm sure that won't be bad later on.
Gent's gonna shoot a motherfucker. Silver bullet in the chamber, levels the gun at the one that had bit Scuzz. And and pull the trigger with a 9. God, that's probably terrible.
Bam! There's a cloud of smoke issued from the end of your barrel. Doesn't look
I'm
like
assuming
doesn't look like you hit the were-rat.
Okay. Am I in melee with this thing?
You're in melee with no. You're not in melee with either of them.
Okay. Then Gent will try and pick his way with basically further out a bit, but hopefully in a position where he can still at least get some level of visual into the rat nest room.
Yeah.
If he needs to. Getting some range.
Other side of the sewage.
Okay. Jump across the gap there.
Yeah, here you go.
Mind the gap.
All right. More scrabbling is heard as these almost canine, but still with certain aspects of rodent to them, burst out of multiple sections of the wall where these small holes were, as they suddenly swarm into the sewer tunnel itself from all the various hidey holes that you had seen previously. These look kind of like goblin dogs, with that sort of that lack of fur, that scabby flesh and exterior, bad teeth, but a little bit more fur and definitely more humanoid.
Bad case of mange is what you're saying.
Really, really bad case of mange. And they swarm around you. Fortunately, these ones can't pass the lycanthropy on, so they just have to bite you. Let's see. We're gonna get 2 of them are going to try to bite Carolina. Oh, a natural 20.
Hits.
And a 13.
Misses.
So that's 6 piercing damage from the natural 20.
Okay.
2 of them are going to try to bite Valdeth. 14 and a 10.
Both miss.
2 of them are going to try to bite Ithram. 14 and an 11.
It's
Both
summer and the
miss.
flies have decided it's time to invade our house again.
2 of them are going to try to bite Titania.
Okay.
6 and a 22.
22 hits.
So 4 piercing damage. And one of them
Okay.
is going to try to bite Ariel.
Okay,
A 7.
that's definitely a miss.
Next, from inside the rat's nest, you hear a much deeper pitched growl.
Oh, did we need to make con saves?
No.
No, that was me. I have a concentration spell.
Oh, okay.
You hear a much deeper pitched growl, and Scuzz, you can sort of see a much larger figure
I'm in
suddenly
danger.
crawl out of the nest and move towards the door. And you see what you would say this is a werebear, but that's definitely more badgery style. As a werebadger enters the field.
Yeah.
You could just say it was badger style.
It's okay. Badgers are much less dangerous when there's only one of them, because that's barely a meme.
Carolina,
Yep.
does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
You need a Constitution saving throw as this werebadger bites you for 9 piercing damage.
Natural 20.
All right, you do not become a werebadger today.
Tragically, not yet.
Not yet.
That's
we
the
will
thing.
get this Wolverine soon.
With as many as there are, I feel like we should all aim to be bit by something higher class than a rat. Because
And
we're probably gonna get bit by something and fail our conses at some point.
And-
but we
Speak
should
for
be
yourself. I have a
connoisseurs of
+6 to
lycanthropy.
this roll.
an 11 misses you with a claw attack.
Yeah.
Scuzz,
Yeah.
you hear the sound of chittering below you
Yeah.
as a swarm of rats comes up out of the nest you've crawled into
That checks out.
and swarms all over you.
He's just like, this is not the kind of swim I like.
Does a 15 hit you?
It just hits my armor class.
All right.
What kind of swarms does he like?
So that's
Goblin
six. That's 6 piercing damage as these what seem to be just normal rats swarm all over you, biting and clawing.
Oh, thank God.
Valdeth,
D&D, the only setting where you could be covered in rats getting chewed on and go, oh, thank God.
they're just normal rats.
Just normal rats.
I mean, Vampire the Masquerade and the Nosferatu would like to say, I disagree with that statement.
Okay, that's fair.
Best.
There's a were-badger and a were-rat right outside this fucking nest. I'm good. Also, I'm about to fucking drop some acid inside this nest, so, you know.
Yeah.
That's a weird way. That's a weird euphemism for using the bathroom.
Ugh.
So Valdeth will focus it on the were-badger in front of him.
Okay, Mara?
And
Yep,
we'll
I'm good. There's just a bug on my window. I'm gonna go deal with it.
we'll just sort of focus and swing with the overhand, taking a bonus action for Fighting Spirit, gaining temporary hit points and also making my attack rolls this turn with advantage. So Silver Greatsword, 18.
An 18 towards the werebadger.
Yes.
18 hits,
Gonna be 15 slashing damage,
and it is silver, so it does not resist.
or is not immune to, as I found out yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're immune to damage if it's not silvered.
And then action surge, take advantage of it, swing again. 21.
21 hits.
I'm gonna re-roll that one. It became a 2, so 9 slashing damage.
All right. And Carolina.
Okie dokie. Let's do the thing. The thing being, I also have a silvered greatsword. There's a werebear in front of me. I want to make a show of being very dangerous so people stay away from my allies and go for me instead.
Okay.
Which means stabbing it. Trying to, anyways.
Is there a rage?
Oh, yeah, I do have one of those. I will rage.
I would like to rage.
I have one of those, right?
See, I forget the barbarians expend their resources at the beginning of combat, not when combat goes poorly.
Yeah, because otherwise you don't get that damage resistance as much.
Yeah.
Or that extra
Speaking
damage.
of, I really wish
Oh,
I'd
and
raged
extra damage.
before everyone had hit me, but that's fine. 19.
That'll hit.
All right, 11 plus 2 for rage.
13.
Yep.
And you
Oh, right, I raged.
no bonus action rage and attack with a greatsword, so you're good. All right, that makes it to Tanya's turn.
Okay. Well, these things all look terrifying.
GM, whisper.
Right. Sorry.
I don't.
Fuck. Hang on.
Oop.
Stop, Tanya.
Okay.
Sorry,
no.
Mara.
No,
It's all right.
I forget that things happen when somebody rages.
Yeah, right?
So as Carolina grits her teeth and begins swinging the great sword, there is a flash of pink energy and 4 flumps appear in the sewer tunnel.
I'm not there to witness this.
Ariel is literally like,
fuck.
what?
Can we keep one?
I have a question.
They
Is
then
the pink-
explode, and I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws because you're in a
Oh.
tunnel.
Oh my god.
Do
Okay.
I have to make one since
You
I'm
don't.
in
You're the
next?
only one that does not.
Yay!
Sorry, did you say dex checks or saving throws?
Dexterity saving throws.
GM
Great.
ruling.
Wait, no.
Is
that
this
was
an
the
effect I can
Sorry.
see, and am I affected?
Yes, you're affected, and yes, you can see it.
Natural one.
14.
Guys.
22.
Does
This
that,
is why I don't rage all the time. I remember now.
does that effect have a DC associated with it?
The
Hang on.
DC for all of these is based on my con,
So it'd be
which
what?
would make it. My con is +4.
That'd be a 14. Okay.
Well, it'd be 8 plus 4 is 12. And no, plus proficiency.
Whichever
plus
of those
proficiency.
is
Yeah,
accurate to the, it's the
it's
same.
8 plus 2
algorithm.
plus 4. That's 14.
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so Ariel makes it. Get makes it. The were creatures also have to make the roll. So hang on a second. I need to make a lot of checks. All except for the badger and one of the were rats need to make it.
And,
the swarm of rats.
Like for a little bit of flavor, as John's rolling lots of dice. Clearly, Carolina gets angry and flumps like materialize on her skin, plopping off into the area around her.
Before
4 of
exploding.
them, actually.
Yeah, before exploding.
Yeah.
They sort of fly off too. They don't just
There-
drop.
there was-
they,
there was-
they scatter.
Right, yeah. Flump shrapnel, as it were.
Basically.
Good old wild magic barbarian.
And now, there was a mention of a pink burst of energy. Did it happen to originate from your eyes and be slightly butterfly-shaped?
No.
Okay.
If anything, probably from the tattoo, though I don't think you can tell in a
That would
small
make-
tunnel that is now
that's-
full of explosion.
Mostly just
Okay.
body. Okay, so everyone that didn't make a 14 on their dexterity save, 14 or higher, takes 11 points of force damage.
Ow.
Ow.
Everyone that
Ow.
did takes 5 points of force damage.
Ah, Jesus!
I have to make save.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's a good thing that I got those extra temporary hit points.
16.
So I'm
Allies start.
unconscious.
Please stop trying to kill me.
Carolina's effect knocked her out.
I've earned a rage for that.
Hang on, I need to...
I mean, you also set off some flump grenades in the middle of a huge clusterfuck of were-rats. So, I mean,
That's
you may have
true.
honestly
And
done some
force
really...
damage is not weapon damage.
Right. Mhm. So
no,
they're
and
not
most of
immune
them
to
failed, so...
Yay.
it.
That's good.
So our tactic going forward is to have Carolina rage over there
Well-
and then come to join the fight.
Okay.
In defense of
We
Carolina,
don't know this yet, William.
This is true.
specifically in this particular case, it's because we were in such an enclosed space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did seem to fly off and immediately hit the walls.
Yeah. Like, they would have gone
Um,
further if there had been space for them to go.
Yeah.
This is glorious. I am a huge supporter.
Yeah, the
of
thing
everything
about
that is
small
happening.
enclosed spaces in random directions is there aren't that many of them.
So,
This is true.
at the
Hang
very
on.
least, so that you have an idea of how much damage you did.
Oh, John,
You did 98 points of damage spread out amongst the enemies. I don't know
can
how much
make
that
this
was to the
worse.
others.
So there were 4 of them. There wasn't just one flump.
Each creature within 1 or more takes the damage.
Okay.
It's not each one doesn't do the damage. It's if you're near
That
1 or
makes
more
a
of them, you
lot
take
more
that
sense.
damage.
Oh,
Didn't
good.
just
It's not-
TPK the
you know,
party.
It's not 44 damage.
Exploding
It's if
flumps.
you're close to 1 or more of them, you
Yeah.
take the damage.
Also,
Yeah.
my hawk just exploded into feathers because I forgot to roll a
Oh
save.
no, he's gone again.
So yeah, so that's
Got 1 hit point.
you did almost 100 damage to the enemies. You did more than 100 damage if you include your allies.
Dope, though.
And Carolina, so slice with sword, haha, explosion down.
Magnificent.
Titania, now it's your turn.
Yep. I go over to Carolina.
I imagine that changed your plan.
Yes, it did. This is very true. I cast Cure Wounds at first level. You get 10 hit points. It's a good roll. And I say, what the heck was that?
You're back awake.
Your magic's the one that's pink, right?
Yeah, it's pink and orange. That's not that wasn't me.
I think
got, like,
that's
a
all I can
tickle.
respond on, not my turn.
Anything else on your turn, Titania?
No, that's it.
You are in the middle of a were-rat fight. This is not
That's
a place for
fine.
conversations.
I have
Ariel.
questions. I'm
Yep.
staying here.
So looking just so supremely annoyed at this point. Like all of her allies are launching things at them, even if it's themselves. So
Method of transportation.
yep. I am going to. Well, the biggest, most dangerous looking one is the badger. So I am going to fire. Yep, fire. Yep. And by fire, I mean fire, action surge, fire.
Yeah.
So
Valid.
I'm just waiting for the rolls.
Yep. No, legit. And I am using, since I have 3 inspirations. By the way, we all have a bunch of inspirations, not all of us. I'm just pointing out because I know that we all forget.
Mhm.
Each of these will be with advantage.
Cool.
So first one, it's a 22 for 13 piercing damage.
That hits.
And the second one,
Make sure to keep track of your silver bullets, by the way.
yep. A 26 for just 6 piercing damage.
That also hits. Yeah, because as William
bam.
correctly updated me on, they're not just resistant to non-silver damage; they're immune to non-silver damage.
I'm aware.
Yep.
All right.
Because lycanthropes are scary like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy to hit. They don't have a lot of hit points, but
Until you get to the big ones. Like the were-badger/bear.
Ithram.
There's one right next to me, isn't there?
There are a lot right next to you.
Yeah. The one that was harassing the people with guns. I'll run over to that one and I will. I'm gonna shocking grasp him. $23 for wow. I rub my shoes on the carpet as I walk towards them, and then I tap. Boop. Say, take that. This is for you.
You lightly shock one of the one of the smaller
Right,
rats.
right on the tip of his ear, so you just
Just-
sting just a little bit
This
more.
little fuck.
Are most of these jackalwares on one side of the group, or are they like stockpiled all around us?
There are two chewing on you, 2 chewing on Carolina, 2 chewing on Ithram, and 2 chewing on Titania, and 1 chewing on Ariel. So they're all sort of all around.
Darn.
They're interspersed.
Hopefully
Oh, I
Scuzz
forgot
is
about-
okay.
I forgot
Scuzz has
about
a
the
swarm
little
of rats
ones.
on it.
Cut to
So
Scuzz
probably,
covered
but
in
still.
rats. Scuzz just like being in a pile of animals. It's just how he lives his life.
All right,
The
where rats?
were-rat can't take reactions though.
Oh, you're aiming for the were rat. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Shift things around. That's fine because it's its turn. So, that one were rat's going to attack Titania.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction
Okay.
to do Hail of Spores. So it comes near me and I turn and I glare at it and it feels slightly sick if it fails a con save real quick.
Four.
Nope. It does. Oh, sorry.
It does
that.
blank
There we go.
information box.
Oh,
There
it
it
should have
is.
just done the
4.
first one. So 4
Uh,
necrotic damage.
takes 4 necrotic damage. All right.
Sweet. Now I'm ready.
Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Hey.
Barkskin.
Which means the 15 continues to miss you.
Yes.
All right, and the other were
I'm
rat
busy.
that was biting on Scuzz. Scuzz is no longer there, but there's an Ithram, so we're going to go after Ithram. A 10 misses Ithram, I think.
It does.
And a 7. Wow, these guys suck.
Maybe
We've
we'll survive
intimidated
this.
them.
The flumps just threw off their aim completely.
Right.
They're just like, whoa.
No one expects swamps.
Scuzz,
No one expects slumps.
you're in a swarm of
I'm-
rats.
I'm in a swarm of rats.
You're not hidden from the rats.
No, I am not. That checks out. What? Scuzz wants to get out of the rats. Does getting out of the rats require an action? Or no, wait. I can. Or does it count as my movement?
I mean, it would count as your movement, yeah.
Okay.
They're
he
not
wants to-
holding you down. They're just occupying your same space.
Okay. Scuzz is going to he's gonna climb out of the nest. He's just like, that was a silly idea. Why'd I do that? He climbs out of the nest and immediately into the nest is going to drop some acid breath on the swarm of rats.
Drop some acid in the nest. Got it.
Yep. Dropping acid in the nest. They must make a dexterity saving throw of 14.
They made a 15.
They will take half damage for 6 points of damage.
Acid damage.
Yep.
And the were-rat that Scuzz attacked last time is getting more negative bolts shot at him
All right.
because I don't have to technically see him to do this. It's great. I'm gonna use one of my points of inspiration to roll that again.
Roll it again.
Damn it! Does a 14 hit him?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. Whew. So
Nice.
he's going to take 10 points of necrotic damage.
He's dead.
Yay! I did it.
Was that the were rat that was on
That was the were rat that was
the back
outside.
one.
Yeah, that was the one in the
the
back.
one that was on Ithram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Scuzz?
If I just use my regular movement to get out of there, then I would have dashed to
Well,
get.
you can't dash because you've used your bonus action for bolts from the grave and your action for spitting acid.
Bolts from the grave happens after my cunning action, so I still take my cunning.
Oh, you still? Oh, it happens after your
Yes.
cutting action.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at that ability real quick.
Immediately after you use your cunning action, you can make a ranged spell attack against a creature within 30 feet of you, provided you haven't used your sneak attack this turn.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
cool.
Instead of sneak attacking,
okay.
you can blast people.
I goofed, and I should have done my cunning action first.
I see.
But it is immediately after my cunning action, but I don't get my dagger sneak attack or whatever. This is pretty much it instead of a sneak attack.
It's a ranged spell attack, so you would have to see them, but I don't care that much at the moment, so it's not that big a deal, but for the future. You do have to see a thing to make a ranged attack at them.
Okay.
It's a part of the inherent thing called making attacks.
Well, then here's what Scuzz will do. He drops acid inside of the rat's nest, and then disengages from that to go up to the were-rat and hit him.
There you
with
go.
The bolts of there you go. Yeah. Boom.
That makes everything work.
Yeah. Perfect. I am keeping track, by the way, of the acid breath.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's my turn.
Gent.
Gent is going to try and clear that thing off of Titania. Is it holding anything at the moment?
No.
Using any weapons, or is it just teeth and claws?
Teeth and claws. These are a
Okay.
bunch of feral were-rats.
Gent
were-rodents.
is cool. Gent's going to use his bonus action to enact Focus Fire.
Okay.
So he'll give himself advantage on the attack. He's going to fire his Maleficence bullet at this one. So let's see how this goes.
Is Maleficence scribed on a regular bullet or a silver bullet?
It's on a silver bullet.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. He wouldn't be able to do that because he inscribed them this morning. So actually, he won't do Maleficence. He'll just do a regular silver bullet.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
did you not-
described on an
did you
Angelina
not,
Jolie.
Describe
I was
any of
gonna say
your
that.
shots?
I didn't rescribe anything. We didn't really take time for that, so I'm going to say he didn't. Anyway, but he's got advantage on the attack.
Nice.
Very nice.
Natural 20.
That's what I'm talking
Damn it,
about.
I was looking for one of
Tasty.
those. I'm down a grit point.
So only 9 piercing damage. That's kind of a shitty crit, but oh well.
Better than
9 silver piercing damage.
You did roll a
Yes.
3 and a 2.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 2 on a 1d10, which is a bummer.
Well,
But oh well.
2d10, but
Yes.
all right.
All right.
You shoot the rat.
Mm-hmm.
Insert dirty Harry joke.
Does a Maleficent's bullet do most of its damage through its cheekbones?
It cut a man.
It depends. It frequently.
Also,
Not always.
Isn't it a malfeasance bullet?
No, Maleficence.
Oh, is it maleficence?
You pronounce the E in the word Maleficence.
90% cheekbones, 5% really gullible Kingdom Hearts characters.
And if it's the sequel, 95% cheekbones. Because for fuck's sake, they amped those up in the sequel.
They're like, these are rookie cheekbones. We can
Right?
retire.
Right?
These cheekbones go to 11.
The were-rodents in the sewer tunnel are attacking people, by the way.
Okay.
Yay.
These are the ones that can't path on the
Correct.
lycanthropy, right?
These are the lesser
Man.
wares.
The lesser wares.
2 on Valdeth. 13 and a 22.
The 22 hits.
5 piercing damage. 2 on Carolina.
Yep.
11 and an 18.
18 hits.
4 piercing damage. 2 on Titania.
Not even raging anymore.
A natural 1 and a 19.
19 hits.
6 piercing damage.
Oh no, I'm unconscious.
God damn it.
There goes the healer.
Stop doing that, people.
I had to heal Carolina because fuck, I'm very annoyed about this.
2 on Ithram.
I am invincible, and then dies.
8 and a 10.
I am invincible.
And 1 on Ariel. A
Yep.
natural 1.
awesome.
it just slips and falls into the sewer. It's like into the sewage.
Beautiful.
Please stop embarrassing yourself.
And the werebadger.
Fuck.
It's gonna.
Is still in front of me, huh?
Yep, biting Carolina.
Cool.
Valdeth was the one who was also attacking it and didn't get knocked out.
Yep, it's got a bite for both of you. Don't worry. It's just that one
It's
of you
got
is substantially
big
bleeding
mouth.
more than the other. Does a 13 hit Carolina?
No, it does not. Just
All right.
barely.
Does a 23 hit Valdeth?
Yes.
God damn it.
You take 21 points of piercing damage and you make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn.
Fuck
That
Damn.
me.
That is some damage. Holy shit.
It rolled really well.
Oh,
It's fine. It's fine. This is fixable as long as we get to it quickly.
Congratulations, you've been
okay,
cursed
so we
with
need to wake up
werebadger
Titania,
lycanthropy.
the only healer in the group.
Well, no, quickly as in within a day.
Oh my god. It's a good thing your girlfriend can grow some mushrooms.
I don't know. Actually, that's an important question.
Badger mushroom.
Is it a full moon tonight?
Roll me a d30. Since you asked.
It's stuck on rolling the dice. I don't think it understands. There we go.
There we go.
20.
No, it is not.
We're okay.
It is 10
for
days.
the moment.
It is 10 days to the next full moon.
Wow, that's like, where can I hide for 10 days?
Actually, I would like to spend one of the 2 inspirations I've still got for re-rolling that con save.
Sure.
Just because.
It's fair.
Yeah. there
Okay,
you go.
you are no longer cursed with werebadgery.
Oh.
You are still unconscious, but you're no longer cursed with werebadgery.
I don't know what alignment werebadgers are, so I don't want to risk that. If
alignment.
they're like werebears, then it's fine, because werebears are still good, but...
You say alignment.
Like it matters.
It's the swarm of rats' turn. Well, they're gonna swarm out the door since Scuzz ran off.
Why are they not dead yet? Pissed them.
Because you only hit them once. And they're a
That's
swarm.
no excuse.
The first thing they find in the doorway is Carolina, so they're gonna swarm onto Carolina.
Great. Cool. I'm fine.
You are not fine.
A 7 misses you, so they do not.
Yes.
They don't bite you, but you are covered in rats now.
I have to be fine. Valdeth and Titania are unconscious directly next to me.
Valdeth, make a death saving throw.
And I've used all my healing potions.
We're off to a great start, people.
That's a failure. Mark 1 failure. Carolina.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a thing privately. Actually, no, this is funny. I'll roll it so everyone can see.
Hell yeah.
Look, I need the resistance. I'm gonna try raging again.
All right.
Yes.
Rage again.
Kaboom.
All right, GM, what happened?
Oh no.
Wait, I don't see dice.
Carolina
the-
Carolina disappears.
The fuck?
Carolina reappears on the other side of the werebadger.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna smack it.
Does this catch it unawares? I know it's a were creature, but is it caught unaware?
Oh, it is not
God,
called. It was.
Come on!
It was in the middle of fighting
I'm-
Carolina. Carolina's now just in a different spot.
She is!
I
Literally.
still have 1 inspiration left. I'm spending it for advantage on this roll because it's really important to distract it from the unconscious people.
Uh-huh.
Great sword. attack with advantage. This is not a fucking plan! 16?
16 hits.
Okay, 13 damage because it is silver and it has an extra 2 for rage.
Yep. Titania, death saving throw.
Yep.
Now you see why the guard calls in mercenaries for this kind of work.
Yep.
Oh no. I'm gonna spend one of my.
Roll again.
I have like five inspiration. I want to reroll that.
Roll it again.
Here we go. Let's see here.
Please tell me someone has something healing related.
Nope.
Very small amounts.
Only need one. So that's mark of failure, Titania.
Yep.
Ariel.
Oh shit. All right, I do a quick look around. Valdeth is down. Tanya's down.
Mal's down too, for whatever that matters.
Either stuck to the wall nearby.
R.I.P.
Ariel's gonna look at Geralt and say, "We need to get the fuck out of here. This isn't working." And is going to rush ahead. God damn it! And we'll do healing hands on Tanya.
All right. How many hit points are you giving to Tanya?
Because there's no choice.
Oh.
You heal the amount that you heal.
Oh, okay, I thought it was. It's not like the lay on hands. Never mind.
No, yeah,
No.
you get 3 hit points.
Sweet. How do I add?
Now, how many
Okay.
opportunity attacks did I take having to fucking do that?
Only 3.
So hold off on that. We'll see if I get to
Oh, okay.
What's your AC?
14.
Only one of them hits. It is a
Okay,
crit
good.
though.
I'm sorry, say that again?
It is a crit though.
Oh, good.
For 5 piercing damage.
Oh.
Good.
They're not
As long as
good.
it wasn't the werebadger.
The ones on the outside are not good at hitting or doing damage. There's just a lot of them.
And hold on, I'm checking to see if there's. I will, I guess, use my bonus action to second win myself because I'm down 10, so it's a good time for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
sorry.
Oh.
You feel marginally better.
I mean, I feel 4 better
Yeah, that's true.
because it is level as well.
Because you're
That's
level as
good.
well.
I like to think that second win constitutes of you like putting a finger up on your nose and just like
Yeah, it's just
snotting
like-
out some blood, just like, and just that's it.
And she looks down at Chinese. Get up and run. In that this is not a debate voice.
Okay.
Through all those attacks opportunity. Ithram.
How many of the little ones are still left outside?
All of them?
That I would have.
Oh, 9.
Trying to see how many I could catch without catching any of my party members.
It depends on the shape of the thing you're trying to do.
A cone, 15 feet.
You can probably catch a good half of them.
And no party members?
Yeah. In order to not hit any party members, you'd only be able to get about half of them.
Okay. Then here comes first level burning hands. Very nice.
Even-
DC.
Even if they save, they die.
All right.
Because they don't have that many hit points left because of the flumps.
All right. And hearing Ariel saying that it's time for a tactical retreat, he will just say, I will cover. And we'll step forward a little bit.
Yeah, there's a gout of flame and several of the smaller wares just into fire. It's the were-rat's turn because there's still one were-rat left. It's gonna bite Carolina. Oh no, Carolina's on the other side of the were-badger. It's gonna bite Ariel.
Of course it is.
It's gonna try to bite Ariel. It's been failing really hard recently, so. Come on, Roll20. You can do it. You can do it. Just roll the fucking dice.
We
And
believe
we
in
wait.
you.
I do not believe in you.
We believe in you so much that everyone on the planet is using you right now, and that is probably the problem.
Natural one.
Oh,
Twice.
my
Hey.
And natural
God.
ones twice in a row, which
Yes.
in my mind means and it bites one of the other wares.
Yes.
Can it please pitch soft, like, something? Or, yeah.
Yeah, no, it just like it goes for Ariel and misses, leaps past Ariel and just rips the throat out of one of the smaller wares.
That's great.
Love to see
Unless they get hit points back when they kill something or something like that, it is a very good thing.
They're were creatures, not vampire creatures.
That's good.
Just pick up a smaller one and go, ooh, a juice box.
it. Sorry.
And there are no and while there are Dampirs in Gran Terra, they are not here. Anyways. Skuz.
Is there a way
Mm-hmm.
for, because unfortunately the way this is oriented and listening, I've gotten a lot of the map orientation confused on where enemies are. I know I'm in the back with Ithrim and Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I teleported, but
Oh, you teleported. Is there a way for me to get the werebadger and the rest of the smaller guys,
No.
or even the other big guy with the 15-foot cone?
Yeah, you could get the werebadger and the were-rat. With the 15-foot cone, you would probably get Carolina too, because Carolina's on the other side of the werebadger.
do what you gotta do. I just don't have that many hit points. It's up to you, though.
I don't want to hurt you though.
Yeah. In order to miss Valdeth, you would have to hit Carolina.
Please miss Valdeth, though.
No, I definitely don't want to hit Valdeth. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Oh no.
I love these decisive decisions.
He's like, I'm so sorry. And he shoots a gout of the acid breath at the big badger and were-rat.
This encounter wasn't designed to be this hard, but the flumps really fucked you guys.
Yeah, shush. I
Lumps
need
are
to make
OP.
a save then.
Yeah, so you, the were-rat, and the were-badger are going to have to make a dexterity save.
I have advantage because I can see
You can
this.
see it coming,
Yeah.
yes. Why is that?
Okay, I succeed.
Yes.
So
Oh,
just
sixes and
roll.
ones.
Because there's a 6 and a 1, that's why.
Yep.
So you take half damage. So you take
6.
6 acid damage.
Want to know how many hit points I have?
I bet you it's 6.
Yeah, Jack's right. Jack wins the prize of my unconsciousness.
Oh, you're at 0, but so you're not bleeding out, which is good.
Yeah, you're exactly at 0 rather than going below.
So
I
bad.
am not aware of the difference this makes. I'm missing something.
If you
yeah,
get
you still
get
make a
dropped
death
to
save.
exactly no, you still make death saves. Yeah, that's something else.
No,
Yeah.
if you're
Mhm.
exactly
Yeah,
at
I
0,
thought that was a
Yeah.
3-5
Mhm.
thing. Sorry.
No, if
No,
you're
if you're
exactly at 0,
if you're exactly at 0, you still make death saves. You don't. There is no below 0. It's just 0 or
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly
Yeah,
zero
'cause
is a
there's
3-5.
not really
thing.
negative hit points or anything here.
No, no, but if you hit exactly 0 and don't if the damage did not exceed
I'm pretty
what your
certain.
last remaining
I
hit
will
points,
double check right now because it is relevant. Because
yes,
it will be relevant momentarily because Caroline will be doing things.
still unconscious, but not bleeding out.
Also,
Not-
my
not need to
rages
make death
have
saves.
done a total of 4 damage to things that I actually meant for them to damage
Player's handbook.
because I keep dying.
Yeah, whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you must make a special saving throw called a death saving throw to determine whether you creep closer to death or hang on to life.
If you hit
Yeah.
exactly 0, you're not bleeding out is a 3.5 rule. It's not a 5th ed rule. Some people might have brought that into 5th edition if they were.
Yeah.
if they
Some
were
people
3.5
might
GMs.
house rule that where they're like, no,
Yeah,
no, you-
But no,
one
it
of the
is-
things that 5e did was like all of these stupid, complicated things that make it so hard to tell if you're dying. Die.
Yeah.
Go away. We are actually killing.
The only thing that matters if you're for negative hit points is massive damage, which is if you go negative your
Insta-give.
max hit points.
Like
Which is
the
like-
wereback.
It's when the plebes get hit by the dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
right.
Okay. Well,
So-
I've been playing
Fucking
D&D
dragons.
wrong for the past 7 years.
It's fine. That's the thing. It's like
You're
house
using
rules are-
slightly different rules.
house rules are house
I-
rules. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a house rule. I thought that was anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yep.
So after doing that and feeling very bad about it, Scuzz is
No, I
also
need
going
to-
to
okay.
hit
Okay,
the. How does the were-rat
The
and
were-rat-
badger look?
The were-rat is on its last legs. The were-badger is pretty fucked up, but still has plenty in it.
Ithrim goes before me. Scuzz is going to hit the were-badger with the. He's going to. What are my cunning actions? I don't want to leave my friends.
Dodge, disengage, hide.
Take the dodge action. That'd probably be useful.
Or you could disengage if you need to get somewhere.
Or dodge.
No, I just
Dodge
need to
isn't-
take.
yeah.
Sorry,
I'll just
dash,
take the
disengage,
dodge.
hide. Dash,
I'm gonna-
disengage, hide. Blurred.
Yeah, I don't think I get the dodge action.
Yeah,
Dodge,
you
dodge
don't.
is monks.
Yeah.
So he's just going to disengage away from the were-badger and get close to Ithrim to get his back and shoot the bolts of greed thing at the badger, and he'll take 11 points of necrotic damage.
At 16 hits, so it does take damage.
And just fuck him. He's gonna take Fury of the Small, 3 more points of that damage.
All right.
And was that on the badger or the were-rat?
This is on the badger. Excuse
big
me.
one.
It's
The
on
badger.
the
Okay.
big guy. Yeah.
All right.
Gent.
Okay, so since we don't have an actual deployment, is it possible to get to Valdeth and drag him away without provoking attacks of opportunity?
No. Because the were-rat and the were-badger are right on top of Valdeth.
Okay.
But you could only get hit by the were-rat, probably.
The badger. No, the badger hasn't
Badger's
used its.
inside the room. Yeah.
Yeah. You could,
So-
you could avoid an attack of opportunity from the were-badger, but not from the
Okay.
were-rat, or from any of the smaller wares that are outside, because there were still a couple smaller wares that were on.
How many
The
are-
surviving smaller wares are the ones that were in combat with Valdeth, basically.
Okay. Fuck.
Didn't they already use the reaction attacking Ariel when she ran past?
They did. So it's only
Yeah,
okay.
only the were-rat and the were-badger have
Then, yeah.
reactions left. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Gent is gonna go try and extract Valdeth.
Okay.
And suffer that attack from that opportunity attack from the were-rat. Yep. Possibly saving somebody, possibly getting lycanthropy. It's a win-win.
Yeah, but it's rat-based lycanthropy.
Rat-based
I-
lycanthropy is
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Do you have a healing potion?
I don't have shit.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit you?
No, unfortunately.
Why are you sad about not getting hit?
Gent as a were-rat, I would be so here for that.
Hey,
But anyway,
lycanthropy could save Valdeth.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
true.
All right.
Feed
And
Valdeth
yeah,
to-
just trying to.
Feed Valdeth to the were-badger.
and
For
it'll
all of
save
those
Hope
who
there's
are,
enough body left.
I do need to point out that for all those who are super excited about the idea of getting lycanthropy, in fifth edition, you still change to the alignment of what the race is.
So I want to point out, it's not that I'm excited to continue a character with lycanthropy. I just
Right.
think that that's a really exciting way for the character to
Oh
die.
no, yes. I'm just pointing out you would then become lawful evil.
Well,
which is a great alignment.
for normal, if
Anyways.
it was a normal were-rat, these are feral were-rats. You don't know what their alignment is.
Or chaotic evil.
Probably not better.
All right, but yeah,
There should be an alignment called food.
Yes.
Just
Gent
like
is
off
just-
to the side of the chart, there's an alignment for it's food. Like most animals have the alignment food.
right.
Yes,
Dragging Valdeth out of
petition
combat
to
as much
rename
as
the
possible.
unaligned alignment to food.
Food. Right. All right.
Okay.
Do I need to make an athletics check or anything?
No,
or
no, you
okay.
do not.
All right.
You
So,
drag Valdeth away from the fight.
I assume that does use my action though, right?
Yeah, that would use your action.
Okay. All right.
Jackal wares. Well, not jackal wares. Were rodents. I'm just using jackal wares for the stat block.
Mhm,
Let's see. You're all still in the tunnel. Who's the biggest? Who's the tastiest looking one among you?
You say it's the goblin.
So annoyed.
I mean, the goblin
Acid
does.
dripping down.
The goblin does look a little tasty. I will say.
Goblin's been marinating.
Fucking come at
Goblin
me.
dog.
Goblin's been marinating.
Yeah, goblins
I mean,
are
I
marinating
think
goblin
the
dog.
number of conscious
Oh,
targets
yeah.
left in the tunnel is the same as the number of enemies left in the tunnel, but
Kind of is, yeah.
One,
I mean, I
two,
ate a pepper. Does that
three.
mean that I
1,
self-seasoned?
2, 3, 4. There are 2 more of you that are conscious, and there are enemies in the tunnel, because the rats, the were-rat, and the were-badger are still in the nest area. The were-rat's just sort of in the doorway.
John, I as I plan for my next turn, I have a question.
Yes,
How high is this ceiling?
20 feet.
Okay.
One attack on Titania, one attack on Skuz, and one attack on Ghent.
Okay.
I don't want to necessarily invite this bad idea into Gent's mind space, but he does still have fireball bullets.
Do
Gent
not
has been-
fire the fireball bullets.
Gent has been thinking about those fireball bullets
TPK.
this entire fight.
TPK. TPK.
Look, I've already talked about it. I'm ready.
It's all right.
This boy is
no, what
ready.
you need is to get really far away and have a long stretch before that's even vaguely a good idea.
you
And
all-
then it's still going to kill you.
You all then
Yeah.
get to play Valdeth's Retainers. Or no, you all then get to shift over to playing the pig stickers. That's what happens if you all die.
I think it's
I'd
really
be on board with the shirtless team.
Shirtless team. Sun's out, guns out.
Minimum safe distance is just a suggestion.
I mean, social distancing.
Carolina
is
was
a thing.
informed that female presenting nipples maybe not a daily basis, so she wears a top, but
It's a suggestion of a top.
in Tehran, nobody cares what your nipples present as. Nipples are nipples. They are free.
Free the nips.
Anyways, I'm attacking you. Titania,
Yes.
does a 10 hit
Yeah.
you?
No, it doesn't.
Ghent, does a 17 hit you?
It does indeed.
Skuz, does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Ghent, 6 piercing damage. Skuz, 6 piercing damage.
Oh, thank God.
Fuck.
I love the differences in reaction to the same number.
Wait, did we both take 6?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why I thought like 4. I don't know.
Were-badger's turn.
great.
Let's see. It mostly came out because there was an explosion.
Right.
You guys have fucked off now. Does it care anymore?
well, except for me.
You're unconscious. That's
Did
equivalent.
it care
to
in the
fucked
first
up.
place? It's a badger.
I mean,
Carolina's unconscious too.
it cared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a honey badger.
It's a werebadger, exactly.
Wait, Gabby's here?
The
If
werebadger
only.
the werebadger sniffs the air, turns
Sounds
around
good.
and saunters back into the rat nest.
This bitch. No, excuse me. This bitch. No, absolutely. Scuzz would say that. Like, how dare you?
The swarm of rats, on the other hand, continues to try to eat Carolina. Actually, no, Carolina disappeared.
No!
They continue
Yes.
trying to eat.
They were trying to eat me.
They were trying to eat
previously.
you, but you teleported away, so they weren't on you anymore.
Oh, right.
Great.
I'm like 1 square away, though.
No, you're more than 1 square away. You're on the other side of the werebadger.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Did-
Yeah, those are big.
Did my acid shit?
Oh,
hit
does
the rats?
Carolina get a attack of? No,
Oh, yeah.
you're unconscious. Never
Oh
mind.
yeah, no,
Nope,
your
I'm
acid, your
dead.
acid, your acid would have, your acid would have hit the were-rats. The rats.
By the
would
way,
too.
I am so hoping
Yeah.
that Carolina dies here. I know.
I know they failed.
I'm
They failed the
bad.
save, so that's 13. Hang on. The were-rats are still alive, but there's a lot less of them now.
So
That's
2,
good.
and they're just like, fuck.
Actually, no, the were-rats fuck off because they only have 5 hit points left.
I mean, a swarm of rats.
I'm sorry,
you
the
could say
swarm,
were-rats.
the swarm of rats fuck off because they only have 5 hit points left. And that's what swarms do. When they get too
Yep.
low, they run.
Oh wait, are they within 5 feet of me?
No.
Darn it. Never mind. I'm good.
Now we need
What?
to death save.
Blood Titania's a
Or
bloodthirsty.
Valdeth,
bitch.
death save. Second failure.
Sweet.
Oh, foul.
Do you have any inspiration you'd like to use?
I do, but I'm saving it for the third one because that's the important one.
That is absolutely fair.
I mean, if you use it now and you succeed,
If I use it now, I can roll a 1
true. You can.
Yeah.
and just die.
I mean, if you use it then, you could also roll a 1 and just die.
Point of fairness. Again, obviously, this is book versus DM. You can use, I believe, you can use inspiration.
Yeah, to just get up
to
with 1 hit point.
Just
can't I?
no,
To
but to
stabilize.
succeed on a death save.
Yeah, to just
Yeah.
succeed.
Not you don't roll, you just succeed for that save.
Yeah. I will
That's
save
the
that.
rule with action points anyway, which many people
Yeah.
base their inspiration off of.
Right.
Either way, are you going to use your inspiration with this one? Yes or no?
Not at the moment.
No. Okay, cool.
The third
Good
one's
move.
the third one's
Smart
important.
move.
Carolina, death save.
Okay. I can't figure out how to do it in roll 20, but it really doesn't change anything. 15.
Success. Titania,
Okay.
do you have any like AoE heal spells?
I mean, it's a slow area.
That doesn't help.
That doesn't help with this.
Over the next
Get
5
people
minutes,
out.
you will heal 1 hit point.
I have a I can do the healing spirit thing. That works.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Nope, I didn't prepare that one today. Good job, me. I'm near the there's the
You're
were
near the
rat that's still near
entrance.
me.
You're near the entrance, yeah, which is near
Yeah,
the
the were rat's the rare were rat. I can't say that word. Is still near me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I look back at Ariel and I nod and I use and I use my action to do a cure wounds on Carolina because
So you'll have
she's
to you'd have to
still down.
move you'd have to move into the rat's nest to do that to Carolina because Carolina's on the
I would.
Carolina
Okay.
teleported into the rat nest.
It's fine. It's fine. I
Got
have a plan.
Okay.
Maybe not a good plan, but it's a plan.
Okay.
the
Can
were
I?
rat-
Ariel has 40% of a plan.
The were
No,
rat
it's
has
100% of a plan. It's
and-
just whether it's a good plan.
and as for clarification, the were rat has already used their reaction. So
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. All right. So I move over to Carolina,
okay,
cast Cure Wounds.
okay.
So you get that. So you have 9 hit points now. And
This
then
is not fucking running, princess.
I'm going to, and then
Hear this,
I
my lord.
back away from you 5 feet away, and I use phase step.
Good.
Um,
No
Get a
yelling.
Carolina-
Are
No
there
yelling.
the rats had already left, and I'm not within anything, right?
No, you're fine.
Okay, yep. So I teleport 30 feet away,
Nice.
back toward the rest of the group.
Back out into the sewer.
There's a flash of heat off of that, and some charred leaves behind me.
So, exactly what are we still facing currently?
You've got the rats have fucked off. The badger is still in the nest,
Okay.
but isn't coming out. There's a really shitty looking were rat right at the door, and
Right.
3 smaller weres still in the tunnel with you.
Okay. Ariel looks really, really put out for a second. And I'm going to spend my action to activate Radiant Soul.
Yes. Yes.
Go a little bit up in the air, and I want to try and intimidate these things to back the fuck off, because there's an angel glaring at them.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll.
I will use inspiration on this.
Got the wings, got the eyes, got the whole look.
Thing.
15.
Second, I just read the thing.
Not bad.
I have wings, glowing eyes.
Flying speed. Once in a turn, you
I'm
do extra
assuming
radiant
I can
damage
see
to
this
one
from out in
target
the
when you
tunnel
deal damage
where I
to
am.
attack or spell.
My gun is like pointing out and is currently glowing because it does the radiant damage. And I just look at them and go, run.
You have the thing. Let's see.
They're animal. I don't know if they can understand you.
Find
I can
out.
understand intent.
Yes.
Let's see.
Where rats understand common generally.
Normal ones do. Again, feral.
Right. I said normally.
Okay, so the smaller wares fuck off. The shitty looking were rat at the door apparently is just too dumb to realize a threat.
That's okay. That is enough because everybody else can handle the last one. Like that got what I needed out.
Yeah. Ithrim can probably kill that one.
Right.
And if he doesn't, I will.
Puke
All
on
right.
him, friend.
That makes it Ithrim's turn.
Yeah. As soon as Ariel goes up there, he was gonna smack whatever didn't move fast enough out of the way. So if that's the were rat, he's gonna flail.
Is your flail silvered?
It is.
Okay. Money well spent is what we're saying.
Yes.
If we didn't spontaneously
This would
explode,
have
this
gone
fight
if
would
we
have gone so much
didn't
better.
go in with silvered weapons.
Oh, you guys
Let's
would have
see.
been fucked.
Hang on. Let's see. Ariel, Titania, and yeah, everybody can see. So 14. I'm gonna use saving
Well, Scott
face
can
because I'm
totally
not
see
gonna
this.
fail right now.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Phase,
Because
yeah.
you would have missed if you hadn't used that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, there's that you're getting ready to swing the flail and it's gonna miss and you can't let it miss. So you just grab the spike ball out of thin air, the couple of spikes punching through your skin, and just wham into the head of the were rat with it. And it's dead.
100% intentional.
Woo!
For
eyes.
7 points of
It
silver
had
damage.
it had 3 hit points left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, smash it right into its face.
Yeah. If we hadn't spontaneously exploded, this fight would have gotten so much better.
Yeah, well. Live and
It
learn.
happens.
That's the fun of random dice roll.
It is. Wild magic's great. I love it.
All right. Were-Rat's dead. Scuzz.
Is that were-badger a threat?
Yes. It's not
Okay.
actively. I mean, it's not actively threatening anything, but it is a never-present threat.
It is not aggressive at the moment.
Yes.
Then he's gonna do the thing that he normally would do. He's gonna look at Ithram because he's next to him and go, should I kill the were-badger?
Let's listen to Ariel and back up until we can get everybody awake.
Same question to Ariel. I got 6 seconds of talking.
What does the floating,
see him-
gun-wielding angel of vengeance have to say?
Right,
He's like dripping
right.
acid out of his mouth. He's
Excuse me,
glowing.
God, what should we do?
Excuse me.
To be clear, gun-wielding vengeance angel of a Radnir. So,
Sexy angel.
sexy angel.
Yeah.
Ariel has spontaneously manifested one of those broken spines you see in a lot of like art.
Ariel went up 2 cup sizes too, just randomly.
No.
Wait, are you trying to tell me I can see Ariel's face and ass at the same time?
Yes.
And for some reason,
Gross.
between them is a 90-degree spine.
No,
Sorry.
absolutely not.
Ariel, tell me what I should do.
Heal if you do you have a healer's kit or potion or anything? Heal someone.
I don't.
Then then stand ready to just don't attack anything. Everything's leaving us alone.
Yes. Yes.
A very defeated sigh from Scuzz.
No, he rolled less than a 10. He keeps rolling really bad on these wisdom saves.
Ah.
Ahem. So acid at the were-badger.
So you run into the rat's nest and spit acid at the were-badger.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah.
Just like you are going to die here, and you're not gonna keep knocking down my friends.
It fails. It takes 9 points of damage.
And then Scuzz is going to immediately back up to the door, disengaging, and more bolts of the grave.
All right.
This is great. I love bolts of the grave. This is wonderful.
22 hits.
You get to sneak attack without having to actually hit something.
Exactly.
All right.
I do still have to like run around or do something. It's because it's going to.
You have to look busy.
I have to look busy. I have to look busy. Damn it. Because is just standing at the door, just looking fucking feral with the acid dripping down his face, and he's just like, get everybody else out. I'm just gonna make sure nothing else comes out and tries to do anything stupid.
Gent.
Gent is going to try and stabilize Valdeth.
Thank
Do you have a healer's kit?
No, I'm just doing the straight medicine
All right,
check.
give me a medicine check.
I have uninspiration, so if this isn't more than a 10, I will roll again. Oh, summarize and it rolled at advantage, so 11.
You do some rudimentary first aid to stabilize Valdeth. It's not pretty, but it works.
Right. Yep.
That's all we
Not worried
need.
about pretty. And Valdeth would still be unconscious, so moving with Valdeth would take an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
so,
no, not an
Gent-
action. Just half your move speed because you're just dragging.
Okay. All right. And then Gent will move half
There you go.
his movement speed.
So-
dragging his unconscious friend.
I'm going to paint this picture from the sewer tunnel. So you are all in the sewer tunnel. when Scuzz ran up to the door, spit acid, and then backed up. There's like a beat as Gent does a thing. And then the werebadger erupts from the door, attacking
Bloody
Scuzz.
motherfucking.
I'm
So,
glad that I'm right next to
question.
Scuzz.
You would get an
I
attack of
do-
opportunity, Carolina.
Thank you. It's at disadvantage because I'm still prone, but
Yes.
I'm doing it anyways. Oh, that's right. My attacks are on that.
I wonder what a goblin werebadger would look like.
Oh, it goes into the range of my halo of spores, doesn't it?
You teleported
It's 20.
15?
It's 20.
15 hits for 12
You
damage.
teleported 30 feet
It's
away.
12 damage, no rage damage this time, but it is
moved
still
forward.
Yeah, you teleported 30 feet away.
But it moved forward.
Yeah,
it's
but
up to you.
it's I would say you're a little bit further away
Okay.
than where it's going.
Fair.
It's gonna bite Scuzz.
That's fair.
Does a 24 hit you, Scuzz?
Yeah.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw and take 13 piercing damage.
Oh, well then. Well, so here's the thing. I had 9 hit points.
Do you want to use inspiration to try and roll lower?
No, I do know that there are some DMs that are like, oh no, yeah, the damage is enough to knock you unconscious. You automatically fail.
I know. You're unconscious right now,
Yes.
and then it hits you again
Oh.
because it has 2 attacks and it's pissed at you because you breathed acid on it.
For God's sakes.
So the goblin is gonna die.
It hits
right?
you. You take 2
Yeah.
automatic failed death saves because it's in melee and it crits,
Yeah.
and that's its turn. Valdeth, you're stabilized. Carolina.
Okay, I'm going to be jamming my sword into the back of this thing's head to try and get it away from Scuzz because no.
Scuzz is being mauled by a werebadger.
I am super excited for my about to get my ass kicked because I have to fly in and save.
Okay,
The
would
fucking
you prefer
goblin.
that I run away?
No, absolutely.
Actually, you know what? Carolina is not dumb, so I'm going to give her an int save.
No, that
on-
would be
Okay.
Oh my. What?
Sorry, with a natural 20 on if I can walk back things very slightly.
Sure.
Carolina's gonna run over, scoop up Scuzz because if someone's forcibly removed, they don't take an act of opportunity. I would,
Yep.
but they
Yep.
would.
Correct. Yes.
And try and move in the direction of things.
Right.
I think that would take him into Ariel's line of fire, maybe?
Oh, he's already out in Arrow's line of fire.
Okay, well, running. You know.
Gonna try to attack you.
Yeah, do that.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it!
And take.
I'm sorry. It is legitimately the
No,
safer
No,
No.
it was
move.
your best. No, it was your best move. Yes, for sure.
And take
Con
17
save.
points of damage.
Oh God damn it!
Why is it
The
rolling
con
good
save's
now?
taking a little while to roll. 7, you said?
17.
Oh, 17, I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
7 would have been fine. 17, I'm back to unconscious.
You're unconscious.
I didn't even remember to take the X off.
You're unconscious, but you do not suffer from werebadgery.
You could
Can-
suffer from
I,
death.
I know that this isn't how inspiration works in D&D.
Uh-huh.
Can I spend my inspiration to say that I managed to throw Scuzz a little bit just
Sure.
by picking up Scuzz and then the sheer momentum of
As
getting
the
knocked back
badger,
down?
sure, spend your inspiration. As the badger
Cool.
smacks you
Please
in the back,
I'm out of
and
those.
Scuzz goes flying.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm a barbarian. I am really, really
I really
scared.
like the idea that Scuzz goes flying and then lands on the head and takes 1 death.
No, Scuzz does not take any damage from the
He does spiral a little bit though.
Titania.
God!
Right?
I I am fine. Heal the ones that are down.
There are so many. There are two very angry people. I feel like right now.
The wizard should not be up front, but he is. It's fine.
Valdez would be frustrated too, but Valdez is currently still unconscious.
Valdez is frustrated, is silently
In
unconscious.
absentia.
Yeah, in absentia.
Yeah. God. Okay. What can I? We have 2 people unconscious. Well, 3 people unconscious.
Unstable. Don't worry about Valdez right now.
Go.
The bear is not even looking injured yet, right? The badger, badger.
No, the badger's not looking great.
No, the badger's looking pretty fucked up.
The badger.
grab-
Fuck. Okay.
Grab Carolina and go. Grab Carolina and go. It doesn't have an opportunity attack now.
Gah.
I can unload some shots into its head from above where it can hit me.
Yeah.
Gah.
I can kite this thing as long as we need to.
Okay.
You might even kill it and do our job for us.
Yeah.
I am going to cast Healing Spirit on Scuzz is I'm gonna go forward and like drag Scuzz a little bit further away. Cast Healing Spirit where Scuzz is.
Okay.
What animal is your spirit? I know that's not important
It
right
doesn't
now.
look like an animal actually. It looks
Oh,
like
okay.
a sort of about my size, just all blue and ethereal. I think.
Okay. Cool.
We do it that way.
It's an amorphous spirit.
That's
Love it.
crap
Hey,
healing.
listen!
Okay.
And then he just shouts, "Hey, listen, wake up!" Smack.
I mean, honestly, doing 1 point of healing is way more useful than she was that game.
Yeah. So it's one point of healing. And it can do that. To do 1 plus
I had
4,
2.
5. So 4 more times.
I was going to die.
Yeah. So
You
4 more
brought
times.
Scuzz
So
back.
Scuzz is there. That was my bonus action. Gah. So annoyed.
So it's not gonna heal that now. It heals on the person's turn.
Oh fuck. Okay.
So
But
on
that will-
Scuzz's turn,
It's
Scuzz
still
will
really
heal.
good.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that means Scuzz will wake
And
up without having to
we
make
don't
that death
have
save.
any enemies going before then, right? Yeah. 'Cause
Right.
this-
Yeah, there is
this-
there is no the bear does not go before Scuzz.
Okay.
Right.
Sweet. And that's the only thing that would. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Then I'm going to. Gah!
Healing.
It's 120
Run, run,
feet.
run, run,
I'm gonna
run.
cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
Die, you stupid thing!
18 hits for 2 damage.
Yay. That's my turn.
All
You're
right.
taking a lot of necrotic damage.
Ariel.
All right, I'm gonna fire up in the air.
Yep.
I'm taking aim. I'm firing a shot, and I'm using the 1 grip point I have not spent yet for Deadeye shot to get advantage on the attack roll because I am out of inspiration, folks. So. Do. 17 for 8 damage and
D-
Isn't it your
D4?
level in radiant?
yeah, it's
Oh,
like
you're
it's like
leveling.
3 radiant damage.
Nice.
So 11 damage total.
Yes.
How you want to do this?
Yes.
Fucking thank you.
Ah! So she will like drop down like between like she drops down and hits the ground like right between the Carolina's too close, so probably between because Scuzz is still down, Scuzz and the badger.
Mhm.
Just points the gun, it's like, not today, darling, and fires it off right in the face.
Yeah, and there's just a hole as radiant energy
Yep.
bursts through, and it collapses into the sewer water. It had 5 hit points left.
No, thank God.
It had 7 hit points when Carolina decided not to attack
Right.
it.
I knew I could probably kill it, but there was a chance I'd miss.
No, it was absolutely
That's
the
fair.
correct decision. It was just funny.
And just in case you decide to bring back the other things that we're scared of, does killing that particular significant creature get me a grit point back?
Yes,
Okay, good.
it does. There is quiet in the sewer as we exit initiative.
Gent is dragging Valdez' corpse.
And
well,
we're
not
gonna
corpse,
and
body.
we're gonna take a quick break.
Yep.
Fair.
And we're back in just a minute. Please stay tuned for these commercial messages. We're back. Okay, so the Steel Hearts have, well, I'm not going to say survived because there are still people making death saves. So what you doing about those?
Get the.
Dragging them towards the
Yeah.
healing spirit.
I'm grabbing Carolina and
So
pulling her.
Scuzz comes back to life with 1 hit point. Carolina gets dragged into the healing spirit, and moments later comes
Okay.
back to life with 1 hit with roll a d6.
No, I
rolls a
roll
D6.
that every
Yep,
time. I
yep,
think.
so roll it again.
So
So I got the 1.
hang
Since I pull her through,
Six.
does that heal me as well?
No,
So you get 6.
you have to stay there for a
Carolina.
second. Okay, so
Uh,
it lasts for a minute.
Yep.
If you walk through on your turn, you get it. So
Is it if you walk through on your turn?
Yeah, it's every
Yeah.
time you
Oh,
start your
yeah.
turn there or pass through for the first
So yeah,
time on your
then you
turn.
would get a d6 with him.
Yep.
Healing spirit is kind of
So it lasts for a minute. So if everyone wants to take turns dragging people through it around, you can all roll 10d6 and get that much back.
No. It only does that.
It
4
has
more
charges.
times.
Oh,
it
it
has
has charges?
charges.
I have 4 more
5
times.
total, so I've done 1 and 2.
And then Valdeth gets 1.
Okay.
And Ithram's had 1, right?
Well, yeah. If it's I'll focus on the people that actually went down first. I'll
Yeah.
make sure
Okay.
to stay out of it.
Valdic is
you
4.
can choose, I think.
Mm,
I mean,
well,
They recently arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Just
can
be
cause the spirit. You get to choose. You don't have to.
okay.
You have to
Okay,
do it.
so that's 3, and then I 2 more.
Valdeth
There's a
coughs.
4 and a 5. All much better.
Yeah, waking up there.
Who'd the
Like,
4
I
and the
just
5
got
go to?
hit by a fucking bear after being exploded.
Yes, that was a bit unforeseen, but live and learn, I suppose.
Did I get a second one of those or?
Yeah, who got
would
the
it-
second one?
You just rolled 2 more without indicating who they went to Tanya.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know who had them before. Who got the 6?
I did.
Okay. And Val got the 4. I'd give you the other 4, and then who wants the 5?
Give you.
I'd say Scuzz probably.
Thank you. I was like,
Yep.
I have 1. But...
Yeah. So that's everyone.
Valdeth-
Sorry, Ithram, you're still
That's fine.
conscious.
Valdeth
Mara.
slams a hand into his chest and
That second 4, you said you get it, but you didn't indicate if that was Valdeth or Carolina.
Oh, the 4 Valdeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Carolina has 6, Val has 8.
I get 13 more hit points from that second wind.
And I'm
you go down
holding on to Carolina. What was that?
Did you go down from damage without having taken
That
without having
was
done your
trying to
second
get
wind?
Scuzz out.
Yeah, I didn't get to use my second wind because
Seems
I got
like
blown
a
up
good
and then
idea
bear
at
clawed.
the time.
What was the exploding? Do I know what a flump is actually?
Make
common?
me a nature check.
Nature check.
All right.
They are
my
not
nature
common.
is
They are very
-1.
rare.
But are they? I don't know if you're from the
It's not
Feywild.
rolling.
Imagine if you're from the Feywild.
Let me see here. If it rolls twice, I'm sorry. 0. I have no clue.
No, so
Oh, that's lovely.
Eladrin are Fey elves, but they don't necessarily have to have been born in the Feywild. Is the thing.
Yep. Yeah.
And Titania wasn't.
Nope. Yeah. What was the
Ghent. Ghent. Yes, you know what flumps are.
Okay.
exploding things? What the?
Well,
Ariel, but as a
You're
side
yelling very loud, and I have nearly died 4
Okay.
times
Sorry.
today.
What was that?
What was
I don't know, Ariel. What was that?
Ariel, as a side note, has while she is still in raiding form, is taking the opportunity to be flying at the moment because
Mhm.
he doesn't get to
If you
fly
have
off.
wings, you use them.
Right.
I thought you were
right.
here to carry me off to the afterlife
like-
or something.
It's
I love
not
'em.
quite,
They're
darling.
Stupid. I love them.
Fuck.
Gent
I don't
Gent
think
is-
they
is-
normally stretch out like this.
Gent is very studiously like doing that thing where you'll sort of watch somebody out of the corner of your eye, but try and make it look like you're not paying attention to them at all.
And who are you
At
watching?
Ariel.
Okay.
What? Has that ever happened before?
What, this?
Yes, and that.
Oh, it's a.
Point at
I don't.
Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know what that whole thing was. I don't normally get to. He doesn't let me out for that much. It's a thing.
You're as
Looks
me.
really nice.
That's
Fancy.
complicated.
Okay. What was it?
I'm still Ariel. I'm just a little different, Terry.
Esme's co-piloting.
So
Has more of a vote. Let's put it that way.
Fuck.
I give a gentle shake
I'm going to be
Carolina.
very annoyed shortly.
What? Has that happened before?
Well, I told you, right? When Skuz is not the only one whose aether is fused with.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
That's right. You were very. I'm not even sure if high is the right word.
I wasn't that point, but I was not paying attention. What?
Also, welcome back, Scuzz.
Yeah, welcome.
Hi.
What?
I died.
How are you feeling?
Join the club. Technically, we were unconscious.
Oh, Scuzz, I have good news and weird news for you.
I don't want to disrupt other people's talking times.
No, please disrupt Lord Valdeth. It would be very, or Jarl Valdeth. It would be very appreciated.
Let's make this more awkward. This will be fun. Go.
The good news, Scuzz, is that you're not dying. You're going to be fine. The weird news is you've been, to quote, revived too many times.
It's okay. It's happened to me too. Everybody's been.
That's why you're having weird things happening, apparently.
Oh yeah, no, I had a long thing, and I ingested. By the way, if I start saying names and trying to do things that I normally didn't do before, it's taking me a minute. I feel much older, smarter.
What I gathered is that you've been revived too many times and it's bleeding over. You're fine. It's just you've got past lives in your face, apparently.
I have another person's memories, and it's like a whole other 20-something goblin years in my brain that I have to deal with now.
How long is a goblin year compared to standard?
A year's a year. Just goblins don't live as long as everybody else, and the one currently that I remember lived to only be 22.
Anyone else?
Question, GM.
Yep.
Oh, well, actually, question in a minute.
Okay.
Well, Scuzz apparently is, because he's not breathing at all.
That's not what I meant. Fuck.
Yeah, we noticed last night. Right, we didn't mention this. Okay, Ariel is from Ghent. Scuzz had an experience in a nightclub, but it was probably just the necromantic energy within Scuzz's ether feeding in and activating, because apparently he was revived too many times.
Right, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna lay it down for you.
That makes sense.
I remember another Scuzz. Just like me, he was with another party. This was a long time ago.
I'm not high enough for this.
It's a long
Start
time
smoking.
It tastes particularly bad because you're in the sewers and smell is part of
I'm
taste.
gonna power through it.
And
I'm pretty sure that's actually a bad idea right now.
And I sometimes I can take what he knew, all of them knew, and maybe use them now, but also
And it looks like you can weaponize your death.
I don't know what the
lasers
fuck that
at people.
is. It's cool. I like it. I don't know where it's coming from though, which is weird. But
we need to take a minute to patch up.
I had
and
so many friends.
fucking find wherever the fuck the bandits' corpses are, or
Here,
kill them
Ithram.
if they're still alive.
I like the idea that
it's-
Ithram looks over at Titania and goes, buff, buff,
This is a
pass."
bit much.
I feel like right about this time is when the wings retract,
Yeah.
but Ariel specifically chose to stay a little bit up off the ground.
Yeah.
He like falls, like sort of catches her breath, like God damn it.
But I'm okay now.
I hear there are perks to cooperation.
Yes.
Oh, we cool. Yeah.
GM
Anyway.
with an
Cooperate to a
18.
degree.
Uh-huh.
With an
Yes,
18.
it's happened before. No, it hasn't exploded before. Yes, I know what it is. Any other questions?
What is it?
With an 18 history check.
Uh-huh.
And Scuzz having mentioned having other people's memories inside his head. Is 18 high enough for Gent to remember maybe some family history stories of a certain divination wizard who might have
not. It's been far too long for
Okay,
stories.
that's
of
fine,
thing-
that's fine, that's fine.
The event, which is typically called temporal commonality, is the way the magic community terms it.
Right.
Which is basically the idea that the self that you were in a previous incarnation and the self that you are in a current incarnation have begun sharing your brain space, is not unknown.
We
Lost
just
Aaron.
lost.
We lost Aaron. Yep.
No.
It's not an unknown occurrence. So with 18 on your history, it would be something that you are familiar with as a thing that happens.
happens sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gent will just sort of pat Scuzz on the shoulder. It's all right, lad. These sort of things happen occasionally. I'm sure you'll be fine. Simply have to adjust to a new status quo.
It's like I know who you are, but sometimes.
Well, that makes one of us.
So when I look at Ariel, sometimes I want to call you Nimbus. And when I look at Titania, I want to call you Midna. And then I get sad. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
What?
And
Midnight?
from what you're hearing, Gent, this is different from temporal commonality. This is more like if those individual personalities were bleeding into each other rather than existing as distinct entities.
Right.
It's just his memories are slipping through, and you guys are very similar to the other friends.
I can't fucking breathe right now.
I'm sorry. I can leave. Is it me?
No, it's not you.
Titania, it might
I'm
help if
fine.
you would attend to your fiance.
Sure.
Fuck it.
What? Are you injured still? Is that what it is?
No, it's too fucking tight. And the injury.
I can't understand you. What?
He muttered very, very quietly, "No, it's too fucking tight," and the injury.
Okay. Yeah. We could just do this now. I know I keep repeating it, but like,
Yeah, fuck it. We're in the middle of a sewer. Who else?
I
is
know
gonna
it's
find
not
out?
great.
Valdez starts to pull the pauldrons off of the armor.
I assist.
And
So you could.
Pulls-
I think you should start explaining.
My name is Valdez Stonebeard, scion of the House of Stonebeard.
We lost Aaron again.
As he pulls off the chain shirt, and there's a series of wrappings underneath the chain shirt. I am the daughter of Rala Stonebeard, as she starts to loosen the wrappings around her chest.
Now I have to redo the overlay again.
There, is that better? You can breathe.
as she unwraps herself and had to compress a lot, we'll say.
Yep.
Stacked like a dwarf.
Yes, stacked like a dwarf.
Scuzz is kind of like, do you need help? Do you are you still hurt or anything?
I'm a little hurt,
You
but
need
mostly it's
healing?
that fucking binding combined with being hurt.
Yeah.
That's not a good binding to have if it's compressing your front and your back at the same time.
The problem
This is gonna crush your lungs.
That's the problem.
And you were in a fight.
It's
And
not.
Scuzz actually gets upset. He's like, "You were in a fight, and you had bandages that were gonna crush your front and your back at the same time. Like, what are you doing?"
It's not usually bad until injuries start happening. Fuck.
Do you need healing? I think we should take a rest,
Yes.
right? Before we...
Probably wise, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Scuzz
This
is
information
unconcerned.
does not leave this party.
What information?
There we go.
The information. Thank you for that. Yes. Yes.
The fact that
Outside
you're bad
steps.
at binding yourself, or
The information that I'm a daughter.
Duly
I mean-
noted, dear.
your name is Valadeth, unless you want to go by a different name.
My
like
name is
here,
still Valdeth.
Then you're Valadeth.
But no one else is allowed to know that I am not the Jarl Valdeth.
Noted.
As far as my people would be concerned, I'd be known as Thane's daughter. And I hate that title.
Because they're kind of dicks.
Oh, you're okay. No, yeah, you're still y'all Valadeth to me. That stuff is stupid. You get to decide who you are.
No, it's not a matter of I know who the fuck I am, but women don't get a lot of power where I'm from.
Don't tell that to my cousin Lavissa. She'll do that.
You fucking get a goblin like
Don't
what's
tell that
it?
to Mama and don't
What's
tell
it?
that to Lavissa.
what's it? You,
An activist.
No. The what are they? What was the movement to suffrage? Get a bunch of goblin suffragettes marching on
Everstone.
Suffrage was specifically powered vote, but
That,
yes.
that's what I was. That was
Right.
the term that I was looking for. Was that.
To give a very complicated political situation a very short story. I was raised mostly indoors, and Valdeth is a neutral name. Women don't get a lot of power in Everstone. I was the only child of my family, and it's sort of assumed among the dwarves of Everstone that if you've got an only child, it's a son, because who would just have a daughter? And my mother is a cunning political person, and when my father died, carried on playing up the idea that I was a son, not a daughter, and sent me away with the hope that as long as I am considered a son, she can stay in power because there's a son to inherit the Stonebeard dynasty. Hopefully, I'd be able to take enough power here to come back and force the issue at some point later.
I mean, most of that stuff still absolutely makes no sense to me, but if you need goblins, you got them.
We're getting you a better binder if you are choking yourself with this one.
I don't normally end up choking until I start taking bear claws and explosions.
No, but there are shops here where you can get better stuff.
Yes,
So we should
But
definitely
there's a
do that.
significant risk, Valdeth, associated with our chosen profession.
Yes, because exactly.
If we
Certainly.
want to find, we're getting you an upgrade. We can find someone discreet.
We have the
or
money.
can find someone to get it with just measurements, but we're getting a different one.
Certainly, you won't be taking damage from explosions and the like
We could probably
anytime in
even
the
get it.
future as in the profession that we're in.
I,
Correct?
I love
Probably
how
get it
I
from
love
an adventurer.
I love how the reaction was, "We're getting you a better binder," and nothing else.
By the way, just because my internet's cutting out, I'm going to say Carolina passed out for part of that rest.
Fair.
Get
And
you-
it's basically
How do I roll hit
in and
You should-
out on
You
this.
should.
If you pull up short rest
to-
next to your hit die.
Oh,
Titania,
I didn't try and lose internet immediately after Titania asked a pointed question. It just happened.
Titania, thinking about it now, you should probably ask your cousin about it because she's definitely larger endowed than it appeared in her armor.
Yep, perfect. I'll ask my cousin. We can
Oh.
ask. We can ask where
Dietrich?
Diedrich goes. Yeah.
Yeah, for comparison, built like a dwarf, which means head-sized.
Yes. Is it doing it? Maybe. Roll hit.
All right. Now,
Oh, that's right. I get D12s. These are great.
Don't
Oh my
let me over
God.
here with my D6s.
All right,
By the
I'm
way,
gonna do.
I'm
all
sorry,
right.
William, that your coming out was not as
No, it was actually the reaction that she got was perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
it's the reaction.
Why
I-
is your binding bad?
it's the
Have
reaction
an
I
army of
predicted,
goblins that
too.
are ready to storm if you need them.
Gonna use Arcane Recovery.
Led by one Mama Buckets and Laviza. Seriously, we have to meet my
Ooh.
cousin. She's great.
All right, I'm up to full. Yay.
The side by side of Valdeth, the two states of Valdeth is now in the Critter chat.
And the overlay has been updated because I'm that fucking fast.
Did you update with
Ayo.
the other art too?
Yeah,
Cool.
Nice.
I had that shit prepared, son.
It literally happened like as I'm looking at it. It's great.
Yeah. But while we have this opportunity, as a trans person who has been through this, PSA, if your binder is leading to any breathing problems at all, even if it's just when you're running, probably not when you're being eaten by werebears, that doesn't come up super often, but
But no, even in those situations, to be fair.
If
Get a
your
better
binder-
binder.
get a different size of binder. There's plenty of people who would be happy to help you. There's probably hand-me-downs you can get.
Yeah.
Don't
Do not use
break
ace
your
bandage.
wrists.
Don't do it.
There.
To be clear, Valdez is in a situation where she didn't have access to a better
Right.
binder because she's
It is
coming from
absolutely
where she's
fair
coming
in
from.
character. I just take an opportunity to do this PSA a lot.
Oh no, yeah, important PSA.
Important.
I've
PSA.
seen what bruised ribs look like. They're not fun.
Right.
So
So
you all take a
now
short
that
rest.
we're yes.
Are you guys
Yeah.
okay though?
I'm awake now, which is good.
Scuzz did not know about this. Never mind. Scuzz didn't know
But I
about
don't
the sorcerer
think I
powers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
guess I should.
It
roll
in
at
me to
least
get
one hit
angry
die.
at anything
Okay,
today.
good.
Do I need to make a Constitution save for smoking or not?
Puff puff
No.
pass.
Okay, cool.
Not right now.
All right.
Sweet.
All right.
Calming down.
Again, no one else is allowed to know because it's not that this city cares, because I've learned that they really don't care. It's any news getting back home.
So we just talk about you as Valdeth and
Know what,
Valdeth.
dear?
yeah, know what? That you're Valdeth and you keep going down in combat all the time.
That's not the only place.
Shut up, Esme.
I do know that canonically Titania likes being tied up.
Now's not the time.
Yeah, I don't like it nearly as much.
Then don't tie yourself up like this. Oh my god. I'm just gonna keep repeating myself.
There's political reasons.
Yep. No, we'll
I
We're
will
good.
try my best to understand the politics, but again, I'm not
Because
good.
think of it this way. A political choice is still a choice, should be respected, and the bounds of what you can and can't do or reveal about a person based on it, obeyed.
I know I shouldn't talk about the bandage stuff. I can still call Valdeth Valdeth.
Valdeth uses
Not-
what pronouns, especially in company?
He him. It's like a question, right? He him. Like,
Yes.
like, do I have to change that?
In
Yes.
in private, I prefer she. Yes, but in public, definitely he.
You might have to actually correct him in private because he's dumb. He's trying his best, but he's
I won't complain if you use he more often because that's the thing that keeps me in status.
Everyone give me perception checks.
oh no.
I'm going to need to
You
murder
all
some
have
bandits
bonded
who
and
overheard
you
this
are
on
now
the way.
better friends. That's what the check
19.
is for.
12.
Oh,
19.
14.
I won't even say that
17.
word. I won't even say that number.
Scuzz coming in strong.
I'm too busy worried about the pronouns now.
Gus is just all up in his head.
It's a big head. He's really
It's a big head.
It's a big head.
It
Gets
is
lost in
very
there.
quiet. Like, noticeably quiet, you've all suddenly realized.
I'm looking around, looking for the person who has made everything so quiet.
You don't see anything. It's just you guys. It's just noticeably quiet.
Like,
Right. Is
All
there
the-
a reason? Is there a reason we're still down here now?
We need
Bandits.
to
Still
need to
kill
find those
bandits
fucking
and
bandits.
finish up with the were-rats if we want to get paid.
Fine.
All that's left is a few little shits as far as the were rodents are concerned. And
You're
they
right.
Can't,
Let's do it.
they can't do too much. We just need to find the bandits.
should we try to be quiet when we sneak up on this bandit camp?
We should absolutely be
Yes.
that, I think.
Yeah,
Preferably.
at this point, Carolina's eyes start sort of cracking at the seams, and I'm casting one of my detect magics.
Okay. You sense all the magic that is on your individual party members.
Yep. Any chance there's like an aura of silence or something?
Nope.
That's okay. So yeah, given that a few people have magical things with them, there's like a weird color bleeding out of Carolina's eyes. I say color because I'm not sure what schools of magic people have on them.
I don't think I have any magical items on me.
GM said.
It's any magical effects, like hey, you see
Yeah.
Titania's halo of spores, and you see
Right.
And
Right.
also the link pearls.
you
that
see
all of us
the
have.
link pearls that all of you are wearing,
The link pearls, yeah.
which are magic items.
So it's probably a mix of colors.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a couple
Yeah.
different colors.
I'm assuming
Rainbow.
that all of their special items, the Dalian blade, it does not count as a
No.
magical item.
No,
Okay.
Your
it's just a
eyes are
really well made
doing
sword.
Right.
Something weird.
Oh, again? Yeah. That's probably the same thing.
Gent has one
But-
of his pistols now. Oh, sorry.
They're just being quiet. They're not doing magic to be quiet.
The bandits.
It's entirely possible that just the rats that were left have just taken the fuck off,
Oh.
and so they're
Mhm.
not anywhere nearby, and that's why it's quiet potentially.
It's like
Does
when
it
you're in a
seem like
place
there's
with
still the
ambience and
sounds of a
everything's gone.
sewer or no?
Yeah, like the sounds of the sewer are still there. It's just nothing else really.
Push on then, shall we?
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. I can
Go.
also, like, if we need to scout, I can change into a different shape and maybe be a little stealthier up ahead.
Yeah. quiet people in the
A
front would be
different
my
shape, you
suggestion.
aren't going to have anything that can hurt the were-rats if they're still around.
Yeah.
Worth mentioning, just so we know going in, my ability to do some healing is officially done for the day.
Okay. I can heal.
If you
I
stay in the
imagine
back, you can.
valid
Yes.
point.
I also can't do anything else then.
It's okay. Keeping us alive is quite
How are your Aether storages doing, Titania?
I've got 2 spell slots. First level.
I just figure it's good for everybody to be aware.
Yeah.
Yep. You've got your
Okay,
cantrips
so-
that you can do things with.
I'm super hella stealthy. Like this is like
Don't worry, I
job.
probably won't detonate us again until I actually get to sleep.
All right,
That
then.
is reassuring.
It's
Yeah,
the
guys.
best I can do while
and
being
li-
honest.
Okay, yeah, Scuzz, you're our forward scout.
yeah, no, Lady Titania, you stay here. It'd be bad if you got hurt.
That spoiled princess face.
I also have dark vision in my normal state.
You
Everyone,
do too.
everyone but Carolina does.
And unless anyone has thought about the fact Carolina is a human and the other human just turned into an angel, still bluffing.
Is the another door? It has not been opened yet.
No,
right?
it was violently
That was the
open.
one that
That's what
blew open.
kicked off that's what kicked off the fight.
Then
Check that room. See.
yeah,
if-
no, Scuzz will absolutely check the room. He is much better at checking.
Give me a stealth
for-
check.
for traps. No, I'm gonna check the traps first, or whichever you want first. I will stealth and check for traps.
You can give me a stealth and a perception.
Okay. 20 stealth and 17 perception.
All right. There doesn't seem to be any further traps on the blown apart door, or if there were, they got blown apart with the door. And as you stealth up to the door and look inside, you see a bunch of corpses that got caught in a blast when a door exploded in their faces.
Hey, look! I killed all the bandits.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Scuzz will turn around and say very quietly, "There's a bunch of corpses in front of the door. I'm still gonna make sure that there's nothing further down, just in case."
Good plan.
All right. Scuzz, you check ahead. The rest of us move up to the
Loot
nest
the corpses.
room. Yeah. Yeah. Check the corpses.
My favorite pot.
Yeah, Scuzz is gonna move.
While
past
people
them.
are
Again,
checking, Carolina's got a silvered greatsword out to defend them.
Still, yeah, absolutely. Still like checking for traps. He's not gonna get hit with another poison dart again. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's not.
Nah, Scuzz has learned his lesson.
Mhm.
For now, until he forgets it.
Which will
So-
happen later.
Bring up the rear.
So this area continues on a little bit further away. It looks like this is a sort of a maintenance room at one point, or was originally designed to be a maintenance room when the sewers were originally built. This is sort of like a there's shelves and buckets and things that have all been destroyed and covered in gore from the people exploding inside. And there's a little bit more of a tunnel that leads away out into another sewer an exit into another sewer tunnel, or like another section of the sewer. And this seems to be fully contained here. It looks like, from just sort of looking around, it looks like these bandits actually came in from this other door, and you guys came in the hard way, basically. And they sort of had based on what you're seeing, they had that door rigged to explode if the were-rats tried to get through it. And they weren't expecting the were-rats to try to get through it, and they weren't thinking, and were just too close to it when it went off.
Did we get a number on how many bandits there were expected to be down here?
No, there wasn't a specific number.
Roughly
Does
how
it
many
seem
corpses
like
are
the stuff the bandits took that we were supposed to recover is here?
They didn't actually take anything. They were trying to.
Oh.
They got run into the sewers while they were in the middle of trying to perform banditry.
Cool.
So what you find a whole bunch of damaged equipment, throwing daggers, cloaks, leather armor. Not some of it is salvageable, but most of this is probably better off used for materials rather than actual armor or weapons.
I'll put it all in my bag anyways.
Yeah, pile that up. From
Daggers, short swords, a great axe, a bunch of leather armor, and some cloaks. There is between all the bandits, there's about 25 gold amongst them all, like built up of various coins of copper, silver, and gold. Total. There are the remains of what looked like plans, but they were completely destroyed in the blast. You can't really. It's just paper. And there's about, estimating because some of them are in more pieces than others. There were about 10 bandits.
Gent is going to pull out a dagger and start going around and taking left ears.
I was gonna say, did they ask for a specific proof of death or
No, but you know that's pretty standard is to get proof of death.
left ear?
Left ear, fingers, significant body parts, basically.
We could just carry them.
We're not carrying 10 corpses all the way back
No.
out.
10
Absolutely
corpses
not.
in various stages of...
Okay.
This is disgusting, and I hate it, but this will be quickest.
Do we need to get proof of death for the were creatures too?
Probably useful.
I'll take the were badger's head because I don't think getting an
I'll-
ear off of that's going to be.
I will take the werebadger's head. Thank you very much.
Because I have a silvered sword, I'll cut off hands for all of the other ones.
How are you taking the werebadger's head off, Ariel?
Well, I do have a strength of like 15, so I have no problems with grabbing and pulling until it eventually comes off because I don't care. Resist it. Eventually, physics will come into play.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
You're
Twist,
taking it to
twist.
rage.
Twisty.
It's like apple top, like the apple stem. Just keep twisting it.
Mm-hmm.
19. By the way, I know I am jinxing myself by saying this, but I would like to take a moment to appreciate how when rolling off roll 20, apparently I have found a way to beat the curse.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you pull,
Yep.
and you pull, and you pull, and pull, and pull. And you realize you fortunately are strong enough not to hurt yourself, but it's going to take a silver blade to get this head off. It's a werebadger. It's
I
not a human.
understand that. The thing about that is they take the wounds, but they also heal very quickly. So I figured eventually.
You just don't have the strength
Okay.
to rip it
Somebody
off with your
give
bare
me
hands.
a bloody blade.
Hands over the
Thank
silver
you.
grits. Or-
Shink. You now have a werebadger head.
All right.
If you had, it would have realistically, you would have had to roll a natural 20 with your strength to get that
Fair.
to just rip the head off.
Kind of like how when you butcher something, yes, you could pull it with your hands. It's gonna take a lot of.
Oh, of course
There's
it
a
will.
lot of connective tissue.
This is not a rabbit.
Nice tendons and ligaments and shit up in there.
Ooh, were rabbit.
Even though it probably doesn't seem
They're rabbit.
There are not enough were-herbivores.
is a rabbit.
That's
This
because
is going to-
were-rabbits don't bite meat and thus don't pass it on.
I'm sorry. Have you not seen Monty Python and the Holy Fucking Grail?
I have. That wasn't a were-rabbit. That was just a regular rabbit.
Are you sure?
Look at the
Was the white
teeth.
rabbit.
Grr.
Scuzz goes down the hallway some more.
Nasty big
Okay.
pointy teeth.
You find the door that leads to the other section of the sewer.
And there's nothing else of note.
Nope.
No.
It's locked.
Scuzz will unlock it. Just for
Give me a thieves' tool check.
kicks.
Just for shiggles.
Just for shiggles. Did I take proficient? Yeah, I did. Okay, it won't give me an option to do that. Please accept the stealth check as my thieves tool check because I did take proficiency with it. 13.
Well, yeah, you unlock the door.
For shiggles and gits.
Actually, yeah.
Door is open, leads into another sewer tunnel.
I took expertise in thieves tools. I just need to make sure. It's just like it's all clear down here.
Can we please leave now?
I think we got what we came for. Backtracking might be a more strategic option.
I want to just like go over the door. I'm just gonna tell them that we're ready to go, and I'm looking to see if there are any other tracks besides these 10 people. If I can tell if there's like any group peeled off, went a different way.
Give me an investigation check.
Not tracking, not survival.
No, it's investigation.
Fuck.
You
Okay.
have to find them first before you can track them.
Fair. 13. That's pretty good for me.
Doesn't seem to be any additional tracks here.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
Guys, I think everyone's thinking of going. Actually.
No, totally. This was the end of the line. So
Okay.
All right, let's get back and get paid. Fuck, I'm gonna have to.
And
buy-
get a goddamn bath.
That's
As the group of you turn to head back towards
Tanya,
civilization,
give me a hand with this.
lugging the various things that you are lugging as proof of death. That's where we're going to end for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.